Let's run it back from the top. All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Saturday evening. An early edition of KFTV post-game live. Order is restored because the New York Knicks would head down the turnpike for a pivotal Eastern Conference Atlantic Division matchup against the Philadelphia 76ers. And this one would be a 12-round fight, with the Knicks coming out of the second half down by 8, and Karl Anthony Towns fouling himself out of this one. It was Mitchy, ain't no snitchy, the captain Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, Landry Shamet, Josh Hart. The Knicks had to get gritty in this one. They would take a 17-point lead into the fourth quarter, but Philadelphia would not go quietly into the night. Philadelphia would make a charge of their own, and the Knicks had some struggles closing, but hey, it wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. They had to do what they had to do, man, to close the show and ultimately pull away and win this one, man. 112 to 109. The Knicks get the job done. And once again, man, it wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. We needed this one tonight, Alex. Let's talk about it. Call us up on the KFTV Discord. MSG was rocking in Philly. Let's go. Wanted this one, bro. Wanted this one, bro. I almost blew the roof off the house, man. Several times in this game.
Because the way that they were closing it out? Or...
I mean, you name it. You name it. From the performances, you know, the captain coming out the gates. We said it, man. This is Nova, that's his home, right? So
this is true.
Once you see he had that shooter's bounce early, we said, okay, the captain is dialed in. The ball movement was good for the most part, especially in the first half. They weren't really able to knock down their shots. I thought the non-Brunson minutes, especially in the first half, they weren't really able to move the ball that well. Give credit to Joel Embiid. He started to cook early in that first half. He led Philadelphia. Karl, with the back injury, foul trouble all night. You know, forget about it. It was one of those head games for Karl. You got to sit down and have a seat. Third quarter, bro. 30-13 run in that third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And the play for me of that third was when Mitchy didn't fall for the Embiid pump fake. That first stop that he had on Embiid, and then comes down and catches the Gotham lob from Mikal Bridges. I almost ran out the house, bro. And it's 15 degrees outside. I got shorts and a t-shirt on. I almost ran out the house and not even open the door. So once I saw that, I said, okay, now we ready to scrap. And 30-13. You know, but give credit to Philly. They did clap back in the fourth and put a lot of pressure on the Knicks to close. But they got the job done, man. OG, gritty plays. Captain Clutch, gritty plays. Big win, bro.
Don't forget about Mitch, man. Mitch had some gritty plays out there, too.
I said Mitchy. I said Mitchy set the tone in that third. With Karl basically checked out of this one, you know, Karl went back to New York from the first quarter. It was just a body. Him and Bridges were both checked out.
They
were out of there. They were out of there, man. So, yeah, talk about it, man. Let's go.
Look, the one thing I like, man, is that this team is going through, we know the adversity. You had a nice win against the Nets. To me, wasn't really going to raise the standards, but to come back and lock in, regardless of how the ending was against Philly, man. This is a tough opponent. They're already up 2-0 on you in the season series. You come back and you win this one down to the wire in Philadelphia. I think it's a good bounce back and somewhat of a statement game for where this team is right now. Now, you could say, yeah, Towns, Bridges weren't giving you their best tonight, but everybody else was certainly locked in. And to me, man, the biggest thing is the role players. Role players are staying focused, staying locked in, man. With everything, with all the adversity that we talked about that's going on in this locker room, OG, Mitch, Shamet, even the few minutes that Huck Porty got in there, man, wasn't fantastic. But guys like that who are still locked in, McBride, man, McBride didn't shoot well, but look, the amount of times that he's out there just defending at a high level, trying and giving that effort. I mean, it's nice to see that these guys still are trying to figure their thing out, man, including Josh Hart, too. Can't forget him either. So I thought it was a good effort, man. But Brunson, damn. That third, I know he came out with the shooter's touch early, but that third quarter was when the Brunson burner started getting going, man. To me, it was a masterclass performance in that third quarter.
Yeah.
You know, you lose Towns, foul trouble, you need an answer. That's when your captain steps up, man. That's when your captain steps up and gives you everything that is needed. Yeah, I just thought he was fantastic.
He had to because, give credit to Philly's defense. Philly's defense, I thought, really stifled the Knicks role players in the first half. You really saw where the Knicks desperately needed good ball handling because Philadelphia's defense really pressured the Knicks. And so, Cap really had to have it going tonight, man, to even give them a chance to be in this one. So him coming out with that shooter's bounce was excellent. He scored a ton in the third quarter, as you said, really started to open up in the third. The footwork was on display. It was another one of those master classes, but the 6 dimes as well. Excellent job, man, just getting guys open. The baseline cuts were open all day. That typically is when you're going up against it's more aggressive defenses. So I thought he did a good job mixing it up. He was aggressive as a scorer when he needed to be, and then getting guys, feeding guys when they were open. So Cap had a really good balanced game, and especially with Karl-Anthony Towns essentially a non-factor, he had to get it done for him. So great job by Cap there. Let's talk about the adjustment by Mike Brown in that fourth quarter. As you said, McCall was, it was so funny. I posted today from the KFTV archives, John Starks' reflection on Game 7. Well, I'm watching Mikal Bridges go 3 for 16. John Starks goes 2 for 16. Mikal Bridges goes 3 for 16. And I said, all right, you got to have a seat because you're having a John Starks moment right now. You got to go sit down. Shout out to Mike Brown for making that correction midway through the fourth when Philly's charging. He goes back to Shamet. And then another big thing that he did, I was waiting for him to do this the entire game. Because in the 24 playoff series, we saw when Tibbs went to OG to guard Embiid, they did a good job, especially fronting him and preventing those entry passes. He did a great job. I was waiting for when Brown was going to go to that. He does that. He sits Mitch. Towns fouls out. He sits Mitch. They play great defense on Embiid, and he goes small the rest of the way. It was Brunson, Deuce, Shamet, Hart, and OG. Talk about that closing lineup, man.
Hey, man, I was hoping you were going to bring that up because that's a statement to say, hey, OG, I believe in you more than enough to stop Joel Embiid. I mean, look, he has a difficult time guarding Maxey just because of that speed, but to go with OG at the 5, and these are the type of matchups. And look, Embiid, as you see, falls, hurts, it looks like he's, grimacing throughout the rest of the game because it looks like he hurt his knee again. So this is still going to be even more of a favorable matchup for OG just because of his strength, athleticism, his mobility, so he can keep in front of Joel. But look, to go with the small ball lineup because Shamet was playing well tonight. All right, he was knocking down threes. OG was playing well. He was knocking down threes. Hart was giving you the energy and the effort that you needed tonight. And then McBride, even though, like I said, he wasn't creating shots, you wanted him out there with that Maxey VJ backcourt tandem. So you're going to have somebody out there that can help with the perimeter. You're going to have OG who can help with the back line. And then on top of that, you're still keeping guys who are capable shooters out there next to Josh Hart. And the next thing you know, you still spread the floor out enough with all those guys. So for Mike Brown, and keep in mind, CB, 0 has this lineup been out there. 0. This is the first time he utilized that. First time, paid some big dividends because Shamet and OG in particular, 3 big threes at the end of that game. You're talking about like needing it where this game could have easily gone sideways and gone in Philly's direction. You get OG who knocks down 2 big threes, Shamet with the cherry on top, and then there you go, man. There you have it. So that lineup, and this is where the learning comes from Mike Brown saying, let me experiment, man.
Yeah.
You didn't see Jordan Clarkson tonight.
No Clarkson.
Giving him that rest, saying, hey, go figure it out, man. We're gonna out here and shine Yabusele, see if anyone wants him tonight in the 3 minutes that he played. But let's see what we got with this rotation right now. And Shamet showed he could come up big, and so did McBride, man, even though it was more so defensively. And so, you get to learn a lot for Mike Brown right now, saying, all right, I can use this lineup. If you got to face Philadelphia in the postseason, you have this knowledge right here saying this is a good lineup I can go to because it's paid dividends. And even so, if you're playing against a team that relies heavily on a center like Embiid or has a dynamic backcourt, this is a lineup out there that can keep up with the pace, the speed, and get some decent rim protection because OG's been a solid rim protector as well. So good stuff by Mike Brown, man, going to this lineup to close it out.
Yeah.
That's a lot of faith. That's a lot of faith. This is not something you'd see from Tom Thibodeau.
But he did. But I did. I did mention with the playoff series, he did. He did. He went.
No, I'm saying in a small ball lineup, in this traditional way, you would not have seen that.
Yeah. Well,
that I'm saying. We saw him do that with OG on Embiid. I'm saying in a small ball lineup,
right?
So that you would not see.
Yeah. And you mentioned Shamet. I thought he was excellent tonight, man. Landry Shamet was fantastic tonight. 12 points, 4 of 9 from the field, 3 of 7 from downtown, 4 rebounds, 2 dimes. One of the things in particular, his defense on Maxey, and in particular, bro, navigating those screens, coming off of a separated shoulder, dislocated, whatever you want to call it. And Landry got gritty out there, man. He was hitting the deck, fighting through the screens, and then knocking it down from downtown. And as Ryan Rucco said on the telecast, why Mike Brown really likes going with Shamet is the constant movement in the half court, which is critical, especially when you're going up against a good defense like this, athletic defense like this. You have to keep them moving to find those holes. So I thought Shanton Landry just gives them efficiency on both ends of the floor. And he was great tonight, man. Great job by Landry Shamet tonight, man.
Yeah, man, this is why we've talked about the CP, where you need another wing who's going to give you energy and effort on the defensive end. And outside of the guys on the bench, I mean, we know McBride will give you that. But from a perimeter standpoint, it's going to be Landry Shamet who comes in, number 2 at that. So great having him back. And the one thing that you can't forget about him is that he's got a quick trigger. As soon as he catches it, he is willing to put up a 3. And you need that. You need somebody who is a good 3-point shooter and is going to make the defense pay. If you give him just a little bit of separation, he's going to drill it. And that also causes defenses to have to chase out. And then over time, right, if he's out there and you're missing that assignment and you got to cover ground, you start to get tired. And the next thing you know, the defense starts to break down and it's going to be in your favor. Either you're opening up lanes for Brunson or whoever to attack the rim, or you're going to get those open threes from Shamet, man. So that's kudos to Shamet, man. Way to bounce back, man. Because it took a while for him last season to get back into rhythm and get back into rhythm real quick right now.
Well, welcome back, Landry Shamet, getting closing minutes. Alex, what a lineup by Mike Brown. We needed this win. He goes Brunson, Deuce, Shamet, Hart, and OG, even though they got those offensive rebounds from a lot of those guys. They got those offensive rebounds from a lot of guys. They had 19 offensive rebounds overall. And when I say even though he closed with them, because guess who we had on the bench who was a major, major factor in this game?
Mitchell Robinson.
I got the T-shirt on right here.
Mitch, you ain't no snitch.
I got the T-shirt on. Hang on. Let me move my microphone. Hang on. You see it. You see it, bro. You see it. Block Ness got his revenge. He got his revenge tonight. You know when you see in the movie when, the good guy, he's trying to beat the bad guy up and, he's got to go through his trials and tribulations, but he gets him at the end? That was like Mitchie with Embiid.
CP.
You know what I'm saying?
CP, you have the script right there, man. It's Rocky versus Apollo. Come on, man. You had it right there.
He hurt our guy with the dirty play, and then he destroyed Mitchie in the last matchup. Let's give him credit. He really did. He schooled Mitchie in the last matchup at the Garden. First half, he couldn't solve him. Embiid was cooking in that first half. He was leading Philadelphia. He was cooking Towns. He was cooking Mitchie. He was outsmarting them. But like I said, man, that first play of that third quarter, they went to Embiid, and Mitch didn't fall for it. He stayed down on the pump fake. I said, okay, he's ready. He made the adjustment. Lateral quickness was good. He had to get switched out onto Maxey, onto Paul George in that third quarter. So you had two things. You had the Block Ness monster on the defensive side, but how about Big Country going to him in the high post? You know, everybody's waiting for him to put that on the floor. We've seen it in the workout tapes. Mitchie at the high post, turn around, puts it on the floor. Yo, that looked like rookie year Mitch. That was insane, bro. Mitchell Robinson, man, talk about putting, and he was mic'd up in this game too. How apropos. Putting the team on his back in place of the big bodega. 6 points, 10 rebounds for Mitchie, 6 offensive rebounds, 2 block shots, 2 steals. You got to feed Big Country, man. Let's go. Cooking tonight. And he's getting the Tims. You know he's getting the Tims. Well, OG might get the Tims tonight, but Mitch might get the Tims too, man.
That might be,
maybe one and the other. Maybe one's got one holder, one Tim, one holder, the other Tim. It might be a tie tonight, man.
It's tough, man, because I mean, look, I know you're going to talk about all these other plays like the lobs and putting the ball on the deck and dunking it, but you know what? The one that stood out to me, CP. This is the one that stood out to me because it's just the effort. The thing about Mitchell Robinson is the effort, man. And the one that stood out to me is the offensive rebound that he got. Swung it out to Brunson. Brunson kicks it to Shamet. Shamet knocks down the 3. That, to me, is the bigger play because you just need effort against this Sixers team, man. They come out there, they're gritty. And you have to out-effort these guys. And the way that he attacks the offensive boards, that's what you got to love about Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
6 offensive boards tonight. 10 boards, man. 27 minutes. The defense, stopping Embiid.
Critical. Being
out there on the perimeter. He was looking prime Mitchie, man.
Prime
This is the guy who we saw.
Mitchie.
This is who we saw in the postseason. The man who was covering 5 players against the Celtics against the strip.
Prime Mitchell Robinson, man. What a game by Mitchie tonight, man. I got the highlights right here. Hang on. Shout out to Myra. She's working, man. She's cooking the highlights up for us. We cooking tonight, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Subscribe to the channel. Knicks get a big win tonight down the turnpike in Philly. Shout out to STG, who was leading the MSG faithful down there in Philly, leading the way. Recapping the game right now. Knicks win 112-109. Let's go, man.
You know what Mitchell was probably thinking?
Let's go.
You know what he was probably thinking? He's like, I hear how you all talk about Cat's gravity offensively. What about my gravity? What about my gravity? Huh?
Bro.
Come meet me on the boards.
The actions.
Come meet me in the paint.
Listen, man, you know, part of the actions is running to that big in the high post and the big making a move, either a handoff or taking it. Now, a lot of that is designed for Karl Anthony Towns, but Mitchie said, hey, I can do this. Trust me. You got to feed Big Country, and he will reward you, man. He was looking like rookie year Mitchie on the defensive side of that ball in the second half. Switchable, physical with Embiid, step for step with him, and challenged him immensely. That was huge, man.
How about the steal that he had on him, CP?
The steal?
No call, the steal, and Embiid's like throwing his hands up. It's like, no, man. You got stripped. Don't worry. You got stripped. Mitch's got you back. Don't worry. Excellent
job by the Block Nest Monster and really getting a win for this team. We got 17:45 in this game in the chat right now. Everybody hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. Welcome to KFTV, man. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. Home of, Alex? You see it.
100,000 subscribers, baby.
100,000. If you guys are one of the 100,000 subscribers with us, throw a 100 in the chat. Let the people know that you're in here. Make sure you share this, man. Let's get some more people in here. Call us up in the KFTV Discord. If you were in Philly tonight, call us up in the Discord. We want to get the stadium report from you guys and get to it. So, you know, we covered a lot of the good things, Al. Let's talk about some of the things that made this one a little bit dicey, if you will. Number one, free throws. These guys shot 56% from the free throw line, 15 of 27. That was brutal. McBride missed 2, Landry 1, Brunson 2, Hart missed 4. Hart went 1 for 5 from the free throw line. Carl missed 2. OG missed 1. Shout out to Mikal Bridges for actually getting to the free throw line. He attacked the basket in the first half. That was the best thing he did all night. But yeah, that got dicey. You had, when Philadelphia is making the charge in the fourth quarter, you had, how about the Brunson getting called for the foul on Edgecombe, holding his arm down?
Bro, I was like, come on, man. You know what bothers me, CP?
Yeah.
This is what bothers me when play, like, even if it's the team that I love, don't argue with the ref when you know it is blatantly obvious that you did it. It's like, dude, you
Bro.
are holding the guy down before he's even about to jump. Like, what are we arguing about?
And you doing it, you literally had his hand down right in front of Tony Brothers. Not going to
Yeah.
get away with it.
Dude,
Tony's calling it letter of the law.
What was that clip that was circling around social where Brunson's like, I've been better out not complaining about fouls. Well, come on, man.
Yeah.
When we complain about fouls, it also the obvious ones are like just as egregious. So please,
Brothers, it was right in front of Brothers. Then how about they in the midst of Philadelphia's charge, they missed a charge that Brunson drew. That was definitely an offensive foul in that flurry. And then, but we got it back when Edgecombe, who was holding Brunson the entire night, he was holding on to him the entire night. And great job by Cap getting that separation. The baseline referee in front of him called the offensive foul, which was ridiculous. And then they finally go to the replay. Thank God for the replay, because when you slow it down, you can't call that. You either have to let it be a play on, or you got to call that on Edgecombe for holding him first. You got to give the offensive player and the opportunity to separate if he's getting grabbed.
yeah, man. I mean, look. I don't expect the refs to be perfect either in these situations, but I mean, there was a lot of questionable calls. But hey, this is what. Look, man, this is also what the refs are supposed to do. They're supposed to make an intriguing game, right? They do control that. They do control that type of narrative. So they certainly did that, especially in the fourth quarter. But at the end of the day, it's up to the Knicks to overcome some of those things. And whether it's Mitchell Robinson, who got 4 personal fouls, or Cat, who fouled out, like, you got to be better about the stuff that you're doing out there on the court, man. And there's just stuff that the refs are going to call. And this is like the game plan, right? It's not only preparing for who is going to be on the other side as your opponent, but who is calling the game. Like, you got to be aware of like who's calling the game. So like, Brothers is going to be one of those guys who's just a little bit like tighter when it comes to making some of these calls, man. So like, there's not really a rhyme or reason. It'll be loose with some things, tight on something, but you have to know exactly what he's going to call, man. Yep. Like, there's just some officials how to like read them and just be ready for it. I feel like as players, you should know that as well.
Yeah, good points. Good points, man. And I'm showing the play right here. This was the play that Mike Brown finally challenged and won, because that's another thing with him. It's like, bro, he challenges nothing. And you saw there where Captain Clutch, Jalen Brunson, was practically pleading for the bench to call the timeout so that they could get a review, stall the game out a little bit, because it was a blatant hold on Edgecombe that should have been overturned. So thankfully they finally did challenge that, and they were able to get the call there. Yeah.
So. Thankfully they did. But you know what? Here's the other thing, man, with tonight's game too. All right, is that I'm looking at some of these opportunities that Cat had to get into this. I don't know if you want to get into that right now, because if we're talking about fouls, man.
Yeah, he fouled himself out of the game, literally.
I mean, if you want to talk about fouls and like stuff that just doesn't make sense, I'll say this: in fairness for Karl-Anthony Towns, what the whistle they give Embiid,
yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's insane, because if that was Karl-Anthony Towns, man, and which it was tonight, you foul out, and so it's like, wait a minute, so Embiid gets to do all these like the subtle hooks, the heavy, like everything, grab you under the arm, and it's like, are we just going to watch by as Embiid does this and Cat can't do the same thing?
It's insanity. It's a struggle. It's a struggle, but nevertheless, a lot of his was self-inflicted. He did the hook again early in the first half. Took off from the 3-point line, got called for the hook. I typed on Twitter, it's like, does he not think that they're looking for this every single game? It's on their game chart. They're waiting for it. You know the opposing team is telling them to wait on it. You know the refs are waiting on it. They watch games. They ref your games. So it was a nightmare for Towns. The one ticky-tack one, the number 5 that he picked up on Embiid, that was another ticky-tack one. I didn't like that one, but again, it was just kind of that night where he was, as somebody in the chat, Respect Shaq, said, when they took Mitchie out in the fourth and put Towns in, that's when the game changed for the worst.
This is very true.
That's when the game changed for the worst. And so I think it was a Portland game that they won where Mitch was a big factor. And you have it here tonight. Like, this, like, same 2 guys. Like, if Bridges and Towns ain't there in a game, and you got to get better defensively, You got to do what you got to do, man. That's it. He went with Deuce. He went with Shamet. He closed with OG. And Mitch. Mitch was a big factor. Get stronger defensively.
Look, when it comes to these two, I mean, we could talk about Bridges as well, who was ice cold tonight. 3 of 16 was just abysmal, man. And for both of these guys, like, they're supposed to be out there giving you good offense, but for Bridges, man, he was just getting cooked left, right, and center, man. It doesn't matter who he was guarding on the perimeter. Maxey, VJ, doesn't even matter. Uber, like, he was just not giving you anything. And then next thing you also see is that he's just, like, 2 seconds late on who he's supposed to cover. There was one where I forget who was shooting the corner three, and he was caught in rotation. And then he's like, thankfully he has the wingspan that he does, but it doesn't always cover for the late reaction and the late read, man. And for Bridges, it's, you know, not a great showing for him when you're supposed to be that third option. You're supposed to be this guy who's guarding the perimeter, man. You were brought in here to be the guy defensively. Like, whoever we're matching up against, Tatum, Maxey, keep going down the list, man. That's who. Halliburton, right? Cade. You're supposed to be that guy, and yet he hasn't really shown that. Start off the season very hot offensively, was hitting every mid-range shot, but 1 for 9 from downtown when we need you to knock down open threes, and he was just like hitting the side iron, clanking them. It's just awful, man. Awful. And look, I know guys have bad shooting nights, but if you have a bad shooting night, you got to be physical defensively, and he's not even doing that.
Well, you know what? You know who was, even though he didn't have a good shooting night, it was Deuce.
Yeah, man. That's why I like Deuce.
Shout out to Deuce.
And you know, this is why, if you look at a lot of the stuff on social, man, this is why people, not everybody, but like there's a contingent of Knicks fans that say it would make sense to bench Bridges and start McBride because you get the defense and you get a guy who's fearless when it comes down to knocking down three. Yeah, very
aggressive. So look, man, we've seen Brown not be afraid to give Bridges the hook. We saw it in the NBA Cup. We've seen it in bigger games. Tibbs as well. Hey, if it's not your night, it's not your night. But good thing, you know, the supporting cast really came along to help Brunson in the second half. That was the key for this one. Yeah, it got dicey and they had trouble closing. And one of the reasons they had trouble closing, give credit to Philadelphia. And this was a good test and a good experience builder for this Knicks team because, as you said, that lineup had not closed before. But what Philadelphia did a great job of, they took the ball out of Brunson's hands in those possessions. So it forced Deuce to make plays late in the shot clock, or Shamet or OG. Like, it forced those guys to make decisions, and I thought that was good. But shout out to Josh Hart as well, man. We didn't really speak on Hart. I thought he was another great role player for the Knicks tonight. Josh Hart with 8 rebounds, 5 on the offensive side, 13 boards, 7 assists, 10 points. And when you talk about this team trying to find themselves and get back into the swing of things, Josh Hart, he had a lot to say in yesterday's media session. So you could tell that since that Monday debacle, both Brunson and Hart, they want to lead more on the court. But you saw that in the extra effort. Like, it's one thing to get the defensive rebounds. Those things can kind of fall into your lap. But offensive rebounds, that's hustle. So when you look at the Knicks' 19 offensive rebounds, you know, Josh Hart accounting for 5 of those, Mitchie accounting for 6 of those. Those guys are really getting after it. Josh Hart gave him a chance tonight. Gave him a good chance tonight.
And OG got 3 offensive boards, man. Can't forget about OG because he ended the game with 7, and I feel like he's been a better rebounder this season as well.
The one when he skied up and hit the putback.
Oh yeah, man, he skied up and got it. Oh man,
yo, that wingspan, it was almost like he almost touched the top of the shot clock.
Forget the wingspan at this point. How is this man levitating? All right, this is the question we need. How is he doing this?
He just his rise and dunk is crazy, bro.
His standing dunk. Bro, he is like Dave Chappelle's skit with Prince, where he's like game blouses. He's just levitating, just like holding on, dropping one arm at a time, and just like, it's like, how, man? How? Like, he just can't. The hang time is insane. But getting back to Josh Hart, man, I mean, look, this is an accountability game. Mm-hmm. I'm sure we're going to talk about what he said about both Towns. I know everyone's harping on what he said about Towns, but you know, that was also a shot at Mike Brown as well. I'm sure we're going to talk about it. But for a guy who, you know, is the other leader of this team, 4 and 9 from the field, 1 to 3 from downtown, and getting you 5 offensive boards off the 13 that he got, and 7 assists tonight. Can't forget the 7 assists, CP.
Yep.
Talk about being the connector, a guy who is fearless when it comes to attacking the paint and buying in, because he did mention in that media session, man, saying, both coaches and players meeting halfway, Mike Brown wanting guys to drive and kick. There was a couple plays tonight where I know for some fans they're like, "Oh, you were open for three. Why didn't you take the three?" But in my eyes, it was actually a good drive by Josh because it even made the defense collapse even more. And he found guys on the perimeter who can shoot, who are better 3-point shooters than him,
True.
and they're able to knock down the shot. So I thought he did a good job reading the court tonight, finding his open teammates. And I thought defensively, it's just nice to have him back, man, because look, we know he's not a shutdown defender, but he's a very physical defender. He's going to rough you up while you're out there on the court. Like, you know how guys like will grab and they do tricks while the refs are not looking? He's just going to use his brute strength just to keep pushing you off your block and making you work 10 times harder.
Yeah.
And so having him back out there to give that type of effort while giving you an efficient night shooting and obviously a fantastic rebounding and playmaking night, this is what you need, man. And going back to that lineup, it's showing Mike Brown, okay, if they're going to keep the ball out of Brunson's hand, who else can I rely on to create? And that is Josh Hart.
That's why you got to keep. That's why his minutes. You got to keep him out there, man. You got to keep him out there as a secondary ball handler, whether you like it or not. It's not always going to be pretty. Yeah, he can turn it over, but outside of Brunson, in terms of guys you can trust with the ball in their hands, he's still one of those guys. So you have to go to him. And when he's dialed in and locked in like that, he had a great game tonight. Almost had a triple double, and he called out Towns. Whether you want to say controversial or not, his point was made when you look at Towns' game, and he led by example when you look at his effort today. So, and he played defense, like you said. So, good job by Josh Hart tonight. We just put the poll up. Who was your role player of the game? Everybody in the chat, go ahead and vote in the chat. Was it Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, Mitchell Robinson, or Landry Shamet? 2,200 people on the check-in. Early post-game show here on a Saturday, man. KFTV Live. We are on and popping right now. We're going to get to the callers in a bit. We're going to read some super chats. Lock in with us, man. The pre-snow, pre-blizzard edition of post-game live, man. We got y'all covered tonight, man. Make sure y'all tap in. Knicks win 112-109. And this was an important game, bro. This was an important game. I like I told you to open the show, I almost blew the roof off the joint. I was literally screaming from the first quarter at the TV. It was an important game because going into this, Philadelphia's up 2-0. This is game number 3 or 4. The Knicks coming into this were a game and a half ahead of Philly, sitting in 4th place, 3rd, 4th, whether you want to put the Raptors in 3rd. And so with Philly and the way Embiid was trending coming into this game, 28 points per game over his last 15, this was an important game for the Knicks to win. They would have lost the series here. And now you can shoot for the tie. They play again next month. You shoot for the tie. And then you see where it goes from there. Because if Philly's going to be playing like this, they're going to be right there in the East, man.
They're still going to be right there, man. I mean, Embiid is working his way back up. I think, before tonight's game, he played 14 out of the 18 last game. So he's, in a good trajectory. So it'd be 15 of the last 19 then. So he's on a good pace to be, being that full-time role player. And look, not role player, but full-time player that he is. But nevertheless, look at the performance that he had in the first half. He was quiet in the second half tonight, but still got 38 nonetheless. And this is, an MVP caliber player, even though he's been battling through injuries. So Philly's going to be right there, man, regardless. So it's a good win. It's not the biggest statement win, but it's a good win nonetheless, just because of what you mentioned, the competition in the East right now. I mean, Philly was 5th, 6th coming into tonight.
Yeah.
Because I know they've been bouncing back between the Cavs. They are 6th right now. So they're 6th in the East. If the season were to end today, they'd be going against the Knicks.
That's right. 3-6.
First round.
3-6.
So,
yeah.
Hey, man. So it would be a tough matchup as it was 2 years ago. So you gotta make sure, and with the race that it is right now, where the Knicks are 2.5 games above Philly, you didn't want to lose this one.
Nah.
But like I said, CP, the reason why it's a good game is because with what the Knicks have had to go through since the month of January, with the stuff that has been coming out, we saw from Ian Begley the report where Mike Brown and Cat weren't really seeing eye to eye, not really buying into what Mike Brown was saying, and for them to wipe the Nets and then come in here and get this win, and play with the effort and energy that they did, it's a good step in the right direction. All's not cured yet. I'm not going to say everything's all cured, okay?
Yeah.
But it's a good step in the right direction. The team still has to, get that has to win more and be on that trajectory of consistency to get a lot of buyback in. But it's a good win nonetheless.
Well, I think also, I mean, it shows that, if these guys just put in a little bit more effort and fight. Look, everybody was fighting. Brunson was scrapping through screens. Hart was scrapping through screens, chasing Maxey around. Like, everybody was really bearing down for the most part. As we talked about, the couple of guys who didn't have great nights. But for the most part, man, like, these guys really had to bear down and get gritty, get physical in this one. And they did. Starting with Captain Josh, they led. Deuce, Shamet, OG, Mitch, like they really got after it, man. So I thought it was a good, resilient victory. They were up. They was up 17. You got to expect a Philly run with the way that this offense is set up around their speed and their stars. But, they got the job done. Yeah, you got to close out on the free throw line, clean up some things. But, hey, a win is a win. You take it. You head back home. You get 2 more days off. Recover from this one. You got Sacramento coming in. All right, so you got a chance at another winnable game. And then you got Toronto on the second night of a back-to-back. You got Portland next week. So, it's a chance. All winnable games for this team to get back on track, all at home. All right, salute to everybody in the chat once again. We're going to get to the phones in a second. Let's get to the Super Chats. Chop it up with the people. Shout out to KL, Al. $20 Super Chat from KL. He says, I'll never forgive brothers for swallowing the whistle on Melo. Yeah, drives game 1. Eastern Conference Finals. Yep, semis. 13 versus the Pacers. Totally changed that series when he officiates. I'm nervous. Cat needs to shake it off and get his head in the game. Well, his back certainly looked like it was out of the game. I don't know what was going on with that, but hopefully it's just a little thing. Give him credit for trying to grit it out. But as Josh Hart said, he has to play smarter, and he certainly did not do that today. But luckily they had Mitchie to back him up. Shout out to Michael White, the OG. CP and Alex, we needed this win. I like using the players who give effort. Mitch, Deuce, Shamet, the dog, Brunson, Josh, thanks for all you do. Hashtag 100. Shout out to Michael White on the chat. Salute to all of our 100,000 subscribers. Okay, franchise channel member GB 9488 says McCall is soft as baby-ish. Okay, $5 super chat. $5 super chat from him. Shout out Supernaturalist 846 $10 super chat says cat is like a Corvette in the snow. Valuable but can't handle the ice. He's a star, yes. He can score, yes. But we ain't winning with him anyway. It's clear that he is not bought in. I don't know, Al. I don't know, man. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I see in the last 2 games, they've made a concerted effort to run more offense through him. If you look at that first quarter, I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but when you look at touches and time on ball, they were running Brunson a lot off ball. They were going to Cat in the high post. They had him feeding guys off of the cuts. I like it. We saw it against the Nets. On that side, I thought it was fine. The offensive foul, the hook wasn't all that good. But it's the defense. Defense on the other side, he just wasn't smart. But offensively, I'm not sure about the not bought in situation. I thought they had a good flow with him, especially in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, he was aggressive. He was getting to the free throw line. I mean, it was funny because you saw everyone saying, oh, well, Embiid was getting a fair whistle. And at that time, by that first half, Embiid had 9 free throws to Towns 7. So Towns was being aggressive, was getting a good whistle. He was getting to the free throw line. That's how he got most of his 10 points. I mean, just getting to the line itself. They tried a lot. Even though he had 4 field goal attempts, they gave him more than enough chances to try to create something. And tonight was just not his night, man. I mean, he just had to stay aggressive. But the thing with Towns, man, is that his defense and his offense are so intertwined at this point that if he's struggling offensively, the defense is going to fall off a cliff. And then even if it's the defense falling off the cliff because somebody's just getting into it, and he has no, it's like he just loses all composure, man. And he's trying to figure out which way he can kind of game himself back into it. That's why you see him going to the hooks all the time. That's just not the way to do it. He's too talented of a player to be doing that, man, because he has more than enough capability to shoot over guys and just knock down threes and just, what they really need to do more, get him in the pick and roll. He needs to actually roll to the rim, like be a threat rolling to the rim, not just like slowly get down there and plot his way down there. If he rolled and forced a guy like Brunson's defender to actually commit, you would get the mismatch right there. But he wants to pop more and drive more than anything else. And I think if he just did that, I think you see a lot more opportunities. Because I was watching some highlights back like a few days ago saying, all right, what am I missing here that Towns used to do? And I would, like when he was out in Minnesota, the driving was there, obviously. He would attack both left and right. Shooting over guys, even in the mid-range, like just some of the fadeaway stuff. We're not seeing that. He would actually work the post. Like not a guy who like constantly got onto the post, but he would get the mismatch and then work his way to get some good, easy open looks. And I'm not seeing any of that. It's just too much threes and drives where you would think that this guy's a guard. So Towns is just out of it offensively from what he's capable of doing. And Mike Brown and Towns both have to come together and figure it out, man. If they're not talking, you got to talk and just say, hey, man, this is what gets me rolling and will get me more invigorated. And Mike Brown has to be accepting of that.
Yeah.
And so just got to get him back into it, man, because I know we're going to talk about the trades and all this stuff. But if you got this guy here, you don't want to just strip this team, give up more assets than you already have. Like, you got to try to win with this guy, man. So you got to figure it out, and how do you get this guy back in rhythm?
Shout out to Tugboat Taylor. $10 super chat. Shout out to Tugboat. Says, at this point, I think the refs have parlays on a cat trade. He has the worst whistle in the league after Steph, of course. Yeah, it's tough. It is tough, man. It has not been in his favor. But, just gotta keep battling. And more on Cat. $10 super chat from Supernatural. Okay, I got that one. Shout out Supernatural. Shout out Hard Jeezy Al. Says, great win thanks to OG and Mitch. Grandma passed away this week, and it's been rough. Thanks to KFTV for giving us fans an outlet when life is hard. Shout out to Hard Jeezy. Say it again.
Our condolences.
Yeah, condolences, man. Everybody hail up Hard Jeezy in the chat. HAR, everybody at Hard Jeezy. And send them your condolences, man. Hard Jeezy, hold your head up. And, we'll do what we can to hold it down for you guys, man. Shout out to Son from Brooklyn, $10 super chat. Al, franchise channel member, says, question, CP Alex, is there something to when coaches shorten their lineups for consistency? If Clarkson is not playing adequate D, does Mike Brown go with an 8-man rotation, especially in the playoffs? Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. We tightening up, man. It's playoff time right now. It's tight. It's tight right now. Youth movement, y'all gotta wait.
Well, Clarkson's not part of the youth movement.
Well, I'm going in order. Youth movement, Clarkson, y'all will have your day later on in the second half. Right now, we got to get it together right now. We got to get chemistry.
Said no more cardiac.
A cardiac will have his day, right? He will have his day. He will have his time. People might get in foul trouble. People might be ineffective. Tonight was Shamet's night to close. He set a good tone early. You had to, Philly was playing good defense, man. You had to barrel down. You had to be efficient offensively. We didn't have time to just be dribbling out the shot clock, and you had to have your good decision makers in there tonight. That's what Mike Brown said. McCall wasn't taking good shots, making good decisions. Cat was not. Cardiac, it's a flip of a coin. You had to have your solid your guys out there tonight. This is where we go, man. 8 deep. 8 deep.
I still think that, yes, for postseason, I could see it shortening. I could see Mike Brown shortening the rotation. I think, look, Clarkson, who has had not a great stretch, he started off pretty well for the season. I think he'll get back into it, man. Because,
he'll be back.
Guys go through stretches. He's a role player. He's a guy who's on the bench. They want to flash out Yabusele, be like, hey, you guys interested? Anybody want to take this guy? I think that's why he got his go, but look, like I said the last game, I think it's a time to give Clarkson some time to readjust. He'll get back out there. Because what he offers, when you saw it tonight, CP, you saw it tonight, outside of Hart and Brunson, who are the guys who could create, and be playmakers, Clarkson is that guy too. Yeah. Clarkson is certainly that guy. When you're going down the tiers of who do I trust with the rock to go create for, himself to get a bucket, it would probably be Brunson and then Clarkson, because Clarkson is a good freestyler, man.
True.
If you're going to say, hey, who could create for others and can continue their dribble, it would be definitely Brunson, Hart, Clarkson right there. So he's not gone, man. We saw it tonight.
Cardiac will be back. Cardiac will be back, man. You just got to readjust. Just a little readjustment, man. Who else we got in here? Salute. We going through it. There, KP Go. $10 Super Chats is Cat making the most money and giving us the most problems. Huck Porty subbed in after Mitch subbed out and we were still clicking. We could do so much more with that money we paying Cat. Trade him now. Well, tonight was just Huck's night. You know, he had a good one defensively. He was very efficient with his minutes. He's still a very raw player and has a ways to go. So I wouldn't just let a game like this just say, we got to get rid of Cat or go with Huck Porty and all of that. No, it was just these guys' night tonight. They played well, though. I thought Huck's minutes were good, man.
Gave you energy.
Gave you good energy. Did he register a block shot or was that just a good contest?
He did get a block shot.
He did. An offensive rebound, a block shot in 4 minutes. 3 rebounds and a block shot. It's 4 minutes. Efficiency, man. That's what we're looking for. Come in and scrap. So good job by Huckamania there. Al, any sound bites, anything out there? Just take a look around, see what we got to get out there. Keep going through these super chats, and then we will get to the phones. A lot of super chats in here right now. Lawrence Peters, $5 super chat, says we missed enough free throws tonight to feed all of Philly throughout the entire winter storm.
We got the defensive player of the game. That's what we got.
Also, third quarter shows we don't need Cat. Good win. See, that's another one. Like I wouldn't take it there. Take it as a good win. You need everybody at this point. He's just got to get right. Tonight wasn't his night. K. Marco Al says the refs tried it. Good performance is a must win for us. My vocal cords hurt from all that screaming. Let's go Knicks. Yeah, man. It was one of those playoff type of game. And they played like it. That was a physical game, man. That was one of those Eastern Conference Knicks versus Philly games for the modern day, if you will. Who else we got? Shout out to Cliff Clerval. Let's go Knicks. Philly report coming soon. Okay, so Cliff is coming up. I see STG on the Discord. We're going to get to his stadium report. Let me see who else I'm missing in here. Okay, Mr. Blanding, 79, $10 super chat. Says Bucks get Cat and Deuce from the Knicks. Knicks get Giannis, Cam Whitmore, Marvin Bagley from the Bucks. And the Wizards get Thanasis from the Bucks, Yabusele and Dottie for a draft pick. All right, so he's cooking on the trade machine. Okay. Bucks get Cat and Deuce. Knicks get Giannis, Cam Whitmore, and Marvin Bagley. Okay, so he's Cam Whitmore Hive from the Bucks, and Wizards get Thanasis from the Bucks, Yabusele and Dottie, and a draft pick. All right, what do you guys think in the chat of that trade? Okay. Shout out to Jay Hovito. Salute. Welcome to Franchise Channel members. Okay, and we'll get to the rest in just a bit. Let me get to StgNick first because he's on the road and I'm not sure how long he's gonna have. So StgNick, go ahead and pull up with the stadium report, with the arena report. STG, you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, man. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. Sorry about the noise. We deep in Philly right now.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
You sound like you're on the run, man. Are the Philly fans chasing you out of there? Where you at, man? Where are you at, STG?
I'm about to catch the bus. I leave at 7, so 15 minutes. But just wanted to call quickly and just say they played with a lot of grit tonight. Definitely a good time to use. It wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. Yeah. I definitely thought it was.
Absolutely.
Want to start by saying Landry Shamet. I thought Landry brought good energy, hit big threes, and also he was scrapping on Maxey. I thought he did a good job on Maxey. Landry pretty much played the whole fourth quarter. I thought he was excellent.
Yeah.
Very good there. And then also Cap, I thought, set the tone in the first half. And then in the second half, in the fourth quarter, he wasn't the best, but it's fine. And then Towns, 6 fouls, picked up some silly ones for sure. And that's when you say, like, he's who beat, like, how to stop Cat. Cat stops Cat.
Exactly.
And that was another example tonight of that. Liked what I saw overall, and then who else played well? I thought, Knicks fans were in there. They were in there.
We heard, we heard it, man. We heard all the chants, man. It was loud and clear in there.
Oh yeah, for sure. And also OG all of a sudden looked like he got his legs back under him. He was moving good. Had cutting, had a ton of dunks, maybe like 5 or 6 dunks. He was really good. Thought, the ball movement was the best I've seen in a while. So a lot of positives to take away from this, but also the late game execution was rough. Got a little dicey there in the end, but I'll take it.
Yeah, wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. STG with the stadium report. He's at the Greyhound station, man. Make sure, hey, take off the Knicks gear. It's getting dark outside. Just find some shelter for the next 15 minutes so you can get back to New York safely, man, before the blizzard, all right?
Definitely sounds good. I'll see you guys on Tuesday.
STG. All right, well. Man sounded like he was out of breath, man. I didn't know if, one of them Philly Bulls was like, catching up to him. was gaining on him.
Philly's not a place you want to be out.
Nah, not after dark, man. Stash the Knick gear and go hide out in the bus terminal somewhere.
Go rent a car if you need to.
Nondescript. Don't say nothing about nothing. No Knicks.
Where are you from? Philadelphia.
Don't say nothing about New York. Don't say nothing about nothing. Just find some shelter, man, and just wait. Hold it down 15 minutes. You got 15 minutes left to get out of there.
Find some shelter. What are you telling this man to go find a cardboard box or something? What's going on, man?
You can't trust them Philly Bulls, man. They're a little, unhinged. They're a little off balance. Just a little off balance.
Of all ages.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All ages. Yeah, man. All of that, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. We cooking CP and Alex on the ones and twos. The pre-Blizzard podcast post-game show. Knicks win 112-109. Let's get back to some more people on the phones. Let's get to the Knicks fix. How you feeling, man?
CP Alex, what up, fellas?
How you doing, man?
What up?
Yo, this game, the Knicks look like the 23-24 Knicks out there today.
Yeah.
They look like Shamet took on the role of Dante, and then Mitch was obviously like an I-Hart type role.
Mm-hmm.
What you saw, man, I called in on the last post game. I don't know if you remember what I was saying, Alex, but I was saying that they need to slow the game down and not just go to like take threes right away. Take high quality threes.
Yeah.
So what you saw was like, instead of having the three as the first option, what they did was drive into the paint, kept driving through the teeth of the defense and driving to the paint and then kicking it out. The ball movement was crazy. But the thing is, man, you can tell that Hart and Brunson they want to make it known, especially by the comments Hart made yesterday in the pregame. You could tell, like, I don't know if you guys saw the clip where Cat went down on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
This dude posted it on Twitter, Big Nick Energy.
Mm-hmm.
Deuce and Hart walk over to him, and you could hear Hart tell him, "Yo, all right, man, get up. Come on, man, get up." He tells him like twice, and then Deuce tells him, "Yo, get up, let's go."
Okay. They're trying to toughen him up, man.
Exactly.
They know.
Exactly.
Everybody knows, and that's why there's people like, "Oh man, you're hating." The sensitive people. We came to the same impasse with Julius. But Julius was tougher. He just wasn't smarter. With Towns, they're trying to toughen him up. They know they need him for this mission. We need him.
Right. So what you heard at the beginning of the clip, I'm sure it's going to go on social media, but like what you heard at the beginning of the clip is you hear Shamet tell him take the time you need, and then Josh Hart tells him, "Nah, man, you good. Come on, get up. Yeah, come on." So next thing I wanted to say, man, is that Bridges, he's just not making his physicality, like he's not bringing intensity, right?
Yeah.
So the other team isn't really feeling him. If you saw when Shamet came in there, he made Max's life hell, right? He was just running over these picks, he was just in his grill, in his chest the entire night.
Yeah.
Yo, looking at the way they played, man, they crashed the boards, looked like the old Knicks. And then finally, this, man, if Mikhail going to shoot 3 for 16 and Cat going to shoot 2 for 4, and they're just not there mentally, I don't know. I keep saying that. I keep beating the drum. I would still trade Cat plus filler or even Mikhail.
Yeah.
And tell Giannis, like, yo, go rest until March. Well, yo, I'll take the W. Let's see you guys on the next one, man.
Okay.
Stay up, fellas. Oh, wanted to shout out my 3 guys, yo. They're watching this episode right now.
Sure, man.
So, yeah, Joel, Sujit, Dennis, have fun, fellas. Yo, take it easy, fellas.
Salute to the squad, man. Happy Saturday. The Knicks fix on the check. And rate that goal in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. The Knicks fix. Let's see what the chat thinks. His homies are watching. Let's see what the chat thinks. Are they throwing tomatoes at him for that last bar?
To say what? Towns toughen up?
No. He was ready to trade Towns and McCall.
Oh, that one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's just some tough love. Like, there was a lot made of the Hart comments. I think it's just all tough love, man. Everybody's just trying to get this guy with the mission.
Locked in. What'd you think about it, Steve? What'd you think about Hart's comments?
The Hart
I didn't even think it was that bad.
I thought he spoke for us. What did he say that we haven't said? That was light. He was like, oh, man, the toxic. I mean, look, man, like I said, no relationships are perfect or smooth. You're trying to accomplish a goal. All championship contenders go through that. Michael Jordan put hands on Steve Kerr for crying out loud, Alex. He duffed him out.
This is true.
Draymond, folded Jordan Poole up. It's all a part of the process, man.
I would say that Draymond's on a whole other level because his buffoonery, but
Well,
yes, sure. We could go, if you want to go with that example, sure.
I didn't think it was anything like, I didn't think it was anything. Plus, like I said, he said he got to play smarter. What did he do today? He did not play smart. So he's right. And Josh led by example. Good with me. It checks both boxes. Because to me, if you're not backing it up, you can't talk. He backed it up, and his points were proven today.
Absolutely. And when you look at what Hart was even saying is that, hey, I thought he called out Brown too. He said, look, players and coaches have to meet in the middle. All right. You have to buy into what the coach is saying, and you have to buy what the player is saying.
True.
So I thought he was calling out Brown as well, because everyone's saying, oh, look what he said to Cat. Look what he said to Cat. It's like, he's also talking about Brown too, man, because Brown's asking Cat to play a different style. Cat's not really liking that style.
Right.
Okay. So he's saying, hey, both figure it out. But at the same time, since the question was about Cat's touches, and why he's saying I don't want to hear about Cat's touches, it's like he's going to get the rock, man. Yeah. We all know he's going to get the rock.
And he did.
Like,
plenty today.
He did. So, like, what else do we need to talk? Towns is not having a good offense. Do you think he needs more touches? How many more touches does the man need to get into offense? The thing that he needs, as Josh said, is that he wants to hear you guys talk about the blocking, the defense, all that stuff, man. That's what he wants to hear. How was he defensively? And I don't even think that's a shot necessarily at Towns saying, hey, Towns needs to be better defensively. I think he wants to hear the reporters also say, let's talk about Towns' defense tonight, instead of why Towns isn't going at it offensively. Yeah. Is Towns playing some defense? Because that is the big thing, man. Look, we talked about it. Look at that third quarter. Didn't foul out, but as soon as Mitchell Robinson went back in there, things tightened up. You still had enough shooting. Next thing you know, Knicks were just dominating, man. What are they going on, like a 15-0 run at one point?
In the third quarter, they won it 30-13, 15-0 run. They opened it up.
Yeah, so, like, why is that? Why is that? They need to play defense. That is what Mike... this was the issue with Mike Brown out in Sacramento. He wanted the guys to play defense. Guys couldn't play defense. You got to play defense, man. You got to play both sides of the court. You can't just be an all-offensive team. Like, we keep getting back to the CP, and I was on ESPN Radio. Shout out to my guy Vinny who had me on Friday.
Yeah, good job, man.
Talked about.
It's a good segment. Good spot, man. It's up on the podcast. It is up on the podcast, all KFTV podcast platforms. I had to plug it real quick. Go ahead.
Appreciate it. And so, like, he asked, like, what do you think about the 40-20 mark? I was like, I don't really like the 40-20 mark is cool, but like, let's talk about both the team being top 10 in offense, top 10 in defense when it matters. Can we do that? Because that's when it's really going to count. Like, I said the Denver Nuggets were considered an outlier. Shout out to my guy Law Murray for The Athletic, who covers the Clippers. He wrote that article. He said, hey, when you look at the entirety of the season, Clippers were out of the top 10. However, when you get to the middle of the season, to the end, they were a top 10 defense. Can this Knicks team do the same thing? Can they start right now? Can they get back on track right now and be a top 10 defense? Because we know the offense could be there. Can they do that? If they can do that, this team's going to be golden, man. But they all got to buy in. And so getting back to Josh Hart's point, Cat's got to buy into playing defense, man, and be smarter about it.
Every man on board, man. Got to lock in, got to get your head in the game. And speaking of getting your head in the game, man, shout out to one of our sponsors of today, and that is Ruler. Shout out to Ruler, man. Go ahead and go to ruler.com/KFTV to connect with mental health experts who specialize in you. They have over 15,000 licensed mental health professionals who can get you back on track. Listen, man, life comes at us fast. As we said, man, as one of the people in the chat, we lose people. We have adversity in the workplace, just days that we just not feeling ourselves. It happens, man. We're human beings. But the good thing is that there's people out there you could talk to and that can help you get back on track. And so that's where Ruler comes in. And one thing about Ruler, that is definitely good is that, look, when it comes to mental health or any type of medical treatment, we all know it can get very costly, especially in the state of today's insurance climate. One thing about Ruler is that you can see someone for as little as $15. So make sure you go to ruler.com/KFTV for more information. That is RULA.com/KFTV for more information. Shout out to our guys at Ruler for sponsoring today's show. Okay. All right. We cooking, man. We got a lot to do, man. Action-packed. The pre-Blizzard post-game. If you guys got your ammo, if you're ready, prepared for the Blizzard, man, throw a 100 in the chat, man. Let us know that you good. Let us know that you guys are good, man. Al, are you prepared?
Ready for it, CP?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. I got the food. I got licks. Most importantly.
So you got your eggs, milk, and bread?
I got the eggs, the milk, bottle of scotch. And we ready, I got the shovels ready. It's dusted off. I'm ready, Hit the gym yesterday. Did some leg work, did some back work. Because, it creeps up on you. So you got to make sure you get everything loose. And I'm
just when you're shoveling, man.
Ready to roll.
It's a whole body effort.
Yeah, ready to roll. So, yeah, man, whatever happens overnight, between the night, we ready to roll, man.
What are they projected to get in New York? What's the
like 6 to 8.
Oh.
Yeah, 6 to 8.
They're talking crazy around us.
I know, I'm sure.
They're saying 10 to 20 inches.
Yo, it's crazy. You got the snowblower gassed up?
Oh yeah, man. I'm ready to go.
You got gas in it? You sure you got gas in it?
It's electric, my man. It's electric handheld. Okay?
That's
electric
right.
handheld.
Okay. All right.
So is the battery charged? The battery is charged.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
And people are like, "Oh, that must be." Nah, man. It's the cheapest thing you got there. Look, man. We're working on a budget for these things.
Hey,
all right.
Got to do what you got to do, man. I'm going manual, handheld.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? I did luck out though. I did have a young whippersnapper come through the last snowstorm. Yeah, I was wondering, man, before I went out that first time, I was like, damn, I got to do this solo dolo. What happened to the days, young whippersnappers come by, look for some change, some beer money? Guy came through, man. Your little youngster came through. Me and him tackled the neighborhood, So hopefully he comes back tomorrow. I didn't get his number, but hopefully he's around here somewhere.
Oh, that's the last mistake. That's what you got to do, CP.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you know what? Because what is this? Because sometimes I see like out here, people are like always like kids are like walking out and be like, "You need help shoveling?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure. Not me though. I like to work out.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's cool. Anyway,
but
man.
it's negative. What is it? Hey, look, it's -3. It feels like right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Where is it at in New York right now? -3.
It's 9 degrees, but with the wind, it's -3 out here.
A lie. That's crazy. So right now it's 17 in New York. Feel is 6.
Oof.
Okay. So shout out to everybody out west and in Florida right now, making fun of us. Shout out to our guy Dave. Was it Dave Early? Shout out to Dave Early.
We moved down to Florida. Shout out to Dave, man. Moves down to Florida. And that was funny, man. Right? He's like, we're like, oh, you must. We're getting like snow. What's coming? He's like, oh, it's like.
Yeah. He was all tanned out, looked like he just came back from the beach. I was like, look at this guy, man. This is an abomination, man. But I like it, man. I liked all the 4 seasons of New York. It's about balance in life, Alex. That's
feels like a new year every single time, man.
It's just a restoration, man. Then you get to the spring, you get to the summer, and you're smooth, man. It's all about balance, man. I like that, man. You got to go through.
You get to appreciate the summer more, the spring, the nice weather.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about, man. Because some people like the nice weather all year round, be like, hey, what got today? There's always tomorrow.
Nah, you got to get gritty. You know who got gritty tonight, Alex? The Block Ness Monster. Didn't I tell you he was going for another one? The Block Ness Monster takes the Timbs, ladies and gentlemen, back to back. The reigning, defending, defensive player of the game, Mitchie, ain't no snitchy. 2 blocks, 2 steals, shut down the process in the second half. Manned up and got his revenge and got it in Philly, Alex. Let's go, man. Shout out to the Block Ness Monster, man. There he is. He's got the construction jacket on. The hard hat. I think he's actually like trying to fit it on. He's like legitimately trying to put it on.
With his fro? Come on, man.
Shout out to Mitchie. Well
Now I'm
deserved,
getting distracted by people in the chat who are in Florida and Arizona telling us their weather.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kenneth Lane, who's in Phoenix. He said it's 70s out there.
Kenneth.
You got Brightest Future, who says 66 in Daytona Beach. All right, people.
Oh, my God. Nah, go ahead and flex. Let him flex, man. Throw your cities, throw your state, your country in the chat, along with the weather. let's add another element.
Oh, there you go. Noble Omar. He's dealing with our pain.
Yeah.
-10 in Virginia. There we go.
Nah, no way. Is he? He must be like, is Noble Omar, are you like Northwest Virginia? Some of those parts in VA, like in the mountains, can get a little brick, though. Is he in the mountains? Noble, are you in the mountains? And if anybody's like us, man, if you're anywhere somewhere colder than New York and Massachusetts, go ahead and let us know. 16 where I'm at, and would you say it was -3 with
-3, man. It feels like -3 outside.
-3. Whitaker writes, says I'm in the BX. Let's go.
It's supposed to get down to 0 tonight.
14 in NC. Okay. 56 in Vegas. All right. 56 in the desert. Cedric said Queens is brick. Yo, nah, for real, man. I came from Queens earlier today. I had to go get chopped up. It's brick, man. It's been brick in New York past couple of days. Shout out to Hollis. Mustafa, salute. 74 in Fort Lauderdale. 74 in Fort Lauderdale. Good for you guys, man. London, DJ Edsy, what's the weather in London tonight? What's the weather in London tonight, man? Oh, this morning rather. The DJ Edsy midnight in London. It's South Carolina. It's 33 degrees. Damn.
Wow.
That is crazy, bro. But they said some parts of the South. I know Maryland already declared state of emergency. I think North Carolina might have as well.
Oh. Well, then I usually used to the weather that we get out
That's
here.
right. That's right.
Northeast, man.
Yeah, Pocono's about to be cooked. Shout out to Tyler, D. Tyler. Illmatic flexing. He's in PR.
Austin, Texas, 28 degrees.
No way.
What?
That's crazy. Yeah, sometimes
Jamaica, 90s.
Oh my God, man. Sean boy, it's 90s in the yard right now. Oh my Lord. My Lord. Lucky, man. Hey, give thanks, man. Give thanks. We out here, man. We just gotta do what we gotta do, man. Just gotta do what we gotta do, man. Shout out to you guys. Let's get to the key stats tonight. We'll get to some more calls as well. We cooking, man. We're gonna get to the super chats. We rolling. We got 2 days off. Big win by the Knicks. Lock in. Share your weather reports. All of that good stuff, man. Oh, also the 100 KFTV shirts are now available on KnicksFanTV.com, ladies and gentlemen, man. So if you are one of the 100,000 KFTV subscribers, go ahead and get your tees, man. The 100 KFTV shirts are now in stock. And we went with both choices, Alex. We first had the people vote for the orange and blue or the all gold. And some people wanted the gold, some people wanted orange and blue. So we say, you know what? We'll drop both, man. So head over to KnicksFanTV.com. It's right at the top of the page. And get your pre-order in today, man. 100 KFTV, man. We got the whole team outfitted. We got all your sizes. Shout out to Myra for collecting that. So we'll be shipping those out as well. Everybody on Team Knicks Fan TV gets one of those 100 KFTV joints, man. You see it. This is us, man. It's for the team. It's for the squad, for the good guys, man. Team KFTV and their fans all over the world. Let's go.
You know where you get to put that, CP?
Yeah.
Next to the Knicks Twitter Day trophy back there.
I know. I got to figure it out. I'm going to spend, the off days and figure out where we're going to put this. We'll have the ceremony. We will hang the banner. And we will do that as we pursue the next milestone. Okay. All right. Back to the key stats of the night. I had to divert a little bit. Hey, interesting shooting night for both teams. It's 44% from the field for the Knicks, 51 for Philly. Knicks shoot 34 from downtown, but I think that was a change from, I believe, where were they at in the first half? They were around that. They were around like 33% from downtown, I believe, in the first half. You see that stat on NBA.com yet?
Yeah, let me roll it through right now and see what they were shooting.
Yeah, I think they were at like 33% in the first half. So they finished 34 for the game, but it's
especially you're talking about, right?
No, it's Knicks. What did Knicks shoot from three in the first half?
They shot 33%.
33.
Yep.
Yeah, so they finished shooting 34, but I think check the third quarter though. They were hot.
Second half they shot 35%.
Right, but the third quarter in particular.
Third quarter, They shot 44% from
44%.
downtown.
Yeah, they were hot. They were definitely hot. So, but they did finish shooting 34% from downtown. This one right here, the free throws was crazy. I mean, luckily Philly shot 76% from the field, but the Knicks shooting 56% from the charity stripe is crazy, and they almost cost them the game. They did win the rebounding battle by a handful, though, Al, 53-38. So great job on the boards, including the 19 offensive rebounds. And just double check that in terms of how many second chance how many second chance points they registered off of that. They won the assist battle 27-24. This was big, too. Kept the turnovers relatively low. You don't want to give Maxey and those boys extra ammunition to kill you. I thought they kept it fairly reasonable. 11 turnovers leading to 10 Philly points, and Philly turning it over 14 times, which led to 15 Knicks points. Philly did win the fast break battle 16-10. Points in the paint went to Philly 50-42. And then largest lead of the night, 17 for the Knicks, 6 for Philly. Funnily enough, Knicks led this one 71% of the time, to 26 for the Sixers.
The one that stands out to me, CP, is the one that you asked about, the second chance opportunities. Second chance points. Knicks won that battle 26-4 tonight.
There you go.
So they were dominant on the boards. I mean, 53-37 screams it right there. But what an effort, man. I mean, you talk about OG, Hart, and Mitch leading the way on the glass, and then you see how that turns out with 26 second chance opportunities to 4, 26 for the New York Knicks, that is. That's a hell of a dominant performance, man, considering that you have Joel Embiid on the other side. And, you know, it's just, wow. I'm just shocked that it was just that much, man.
Yeah.
But, look, I keep talking about it every single time, where you need to be able to control the glass in order to stay in these games and win, man. And you think about how their poor free throw shooting almost cost them the game. What kept them in the game was the rebounding.
Yeah.
The second chance opportunities, the stopping of Philly just getting a possession. That is what saved them, because even when it came down late to the stretch, right? You talk about the Knicks getting another chance to go put up a shot. So good job by them, man. That's the one that stood out to me. And then unfortunately, they got to continue to work on the CP, but fast break points, they lost 16-10. Thankfully, it wasn't a dominant performance by Philly with the guys that they have on the other end with VJ and Maxey. But Knicks just got to figure out a way to keep that thing in the middle, man, because they got to make sure to take advantage of those opportunities, because it just makes the game easier for them. So when I see 10 points, not a great night for Josh Hart out in transition, but we always know it's going to get better, man, as he gets back into rhythm.
Yeah. Good stuff by you there. I'm gonna go with the turnovers. I think keeping the turnovers low was certainly helpful for this team in terms of just climbing back into this thing and kind of maintaining things, because with the free throws kind of low and having some difficulties in terms of knocking down shots at certain points of this game, keeping the turnovers low kind of kept them in it. And when they've been in the midst of this poor streak, I thought the turnover battle, they've been losing that and giving up a lot because their defense has been crumbling. So I thought they did a good job, especially the transition, not allowing the turnovers to kill them out in transition, which it typically has. So overall, good job by them there and limiting the damage. Philadelphia 6th in the league right now in turnover percentage. So good job by the Knicks there, taking care of the ball, limiting the damage against a Philadelphia Sixers team that was at home during this one. So overall, just good job by the Knicks taking care of the ball amidst the pressure by Philadelphia. Overall, good job there, man, by the squad. Let's keep it up, man. And those right there, Alex, are the key stats of the night. All right. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. All right, let's get to some more on the Discord. Rapid fire. We got a lot of callers here. Rapid fire. Let's start with William J. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, fellas? How's it going?
Good, man. How you doing, man?
Good, man. I'm sitting in here in negative 16-degree weather in Wisconsin for work, so I think I got everybody topped with the weather. It's brutal.
Wow. What do you do, man? What do you do?
Oh, I'm a IT guy, so I'm doing some stuff in Google centers, data centers right now. So,
okay.
So yeah, but the weather's brutal, man. I want to curse my bosses out for sending me up here in this weather, but I can't do that. But
yeah.
No, I think the biggest thing with them right now is all the little things that they weren't doing during the losing streak, you can see, like, hopefully they can start doing now, because those are the things that were winning those games, like winning the second chance points, keeping the turnovers down. If they can keep all those little things, under wraps, the little things will win you the game if you do it through the entire 48 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I think if they can start building on those little things, that's the things that'll get us back on track, to get us back in a flow. I really think with Towns, they need to bring him from the inside out. I think they need to set off-ball screens, get him mismatches in the paint, let him start seeing the ball go in the hoop, get in the free throw line, doing all that stuff. And then once he starts getting into that flow, Brunson's going to get his points. I think if they start with him first, get him going, and then let Brunson follow behind, I think that'll start getting his confidence back up. Because, look, man, he cares. He wants to be there. I just think that right now he's lost. He doesn't know what to do. And it's just like it's taking him out of his game. And then it just like now he's like a lost puppy running around, not sure what to do. So they got to figure out where to get him, going again. And then once they get that going, I think everything. Mikhail's the biggest question mark right now. Like, I don't know what happened to him. Like, it looks like one of those monsters just sucked his game out. Yeah. Like in Space Jam, and now it's just gone. He doesn't know where it is. But hopefully he finds it and he starts playing again good. But overall, I think they're starting to get back into the flow of it again. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But
William J on the Discord, are they talking about Giannis out there? Where you at? Where in Wisconsin are you?
I'm in Appleton, so it's just south of Green Bay. But yeah, I've heard a couple of people talking about it, and they're like 50-50. I mean, they're at the point now where they're like, he's not winning us nothing. He's not really, changing the outcomes of the games. Yeah. So they're like, hey, if they trade him, maybe it's time to rebuild and let him do something somewhere else towards the end of his career. But, I don't think nobody's throwing red flags up here saying don't trade him. I just think they want to get value for him. That's the biggest thing. If they can get value for him, then they'll trade him, but they're not going to trade him just to trade him.
Good intel, man. We'll stay warm in there, and man, hold it down for us out there, man.
Hey, and one more thing, man. I just want to say, since I've been watching you guys for a while now, but everything that's coming your way, y'all deserve it, man. Because you guys have been awesome. You guys deserve everything that you guys have coming your way, and now and into the future. And just keep killing it, guys. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate the support, man. William J on the Discord, man. Kind words from William J, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
That's it, man. For the fans, by the fans. That's what we live by, Al. That's the credo here.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. 112 to 109. Knicks get the job done. Some interesting comments from Josh Hart. We're going to get to that. But let's get to some more calls. King Mott, you up next? King Mott on the Discord.
You guys can hear me?
Loud and clear, sir. It's your turn. What's good? Talk to us.
Knicks Fan TV, they cover a little bit of everything on here. You got the weather report. You got a little bit of everything. I like that.
That's what we got to do, man. Sometimes we got to get our Al Roker on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I hear that. He's been in the game for a minute.
But
anyway, what I was going to say, so we have to start a petition. Tony Brothers, we got to get him retired.
He's a tough guy to deal with, man. He's a tough guy to deal with, man.
And what's up with Mike Brown and challenges, man? Like, they got to get a better system in place, man.
They got to work on that better,
man. Tibbs and team, they were really good at those challenges. He waiting too long. There's a few challenges in the first half that should have been challenged, but luckily we had one at the end because I felt like they were looking to take that game away from us at the end of the game. So luckily we had that one challenge left, so they were able to look at it when Brunson got hooked. But in the last post game, remember I was talking about the roles. And I mentioned about OG. See, this is the OG game that I love. When he's slashing to the rim, getting easy dunks, that's the OG game that I like. When he's trying to dribble top of the key, I don't want to see that. 6-7 dunks, that's the OG game. Yeah. Efficient, I love it. But the intensity in the third quarter was amazing. Shamet, you guys talking about the defensive player of the game, I think they should have 2 sets of Tims. We need Cole defensive players of the league because Shamet did his thing on Maxey tonight. Yeah. So going behind those picks, picking up top of the key. I love his energy. And I think he should take a little bit of Bridges minutes until Bridges gets back on track, man. Because I know people give Catalata and Brunt, Knicks fans, because he's making the most money, but we really got to start looking at Bridges more, man. Bridges is absolute. Look when he goes to the rack. He don't even know what to do when he's going to the rim. My man looks clumsy. Like, what is he doing? Like, there was a couple of times he had a wide open to the rim. He went like up and under, almost went above the hoop. I'm like, what is this guy doing? Yeah, I mean, to me, he got to be the first person that we look at maybe getting up out of here and upgrading at that 2-guard position, because I don't understand what he does good anymore right now. He's killing us. I felt like he was forcing some of his threes.
He was just chucking, man. I'm like, bro, The best thing he did, Al, in the first half, he attacked the basket. I was about to pop off fireworks in the house. I couldn't believe
had a
it.
heart attack.
I had to go get the glasses. I haven't rocked the glasses in a while. I almost had to put the glasses on and watch the replay. I couldn't believe it.
And Mitch, shout out Mitch, man. If Mitch had a little bit of offensive, man, this guy would be an amazing sense in the league. He's already really good, but if he had a little bit of like an offensive touch, he would be absolutely fantastic, man. This guy plays hard. I love how he played Embiid in that third, fourth quarter. Wasn't going for that fake. And I like some of the Hulk minutes too that he came in and played pretty gritty too against Embiid, because I can't stand Embiid, man. That's like one play. I can't stand that guy.
Yeah. Mitch got his revenge, man. Definitely got his revenge. Appreciate the call, man.
No problem.
Mitchell Robinson, Alex got the job done, man. 6 points, 10 rebounds for the Block Nest Monster. 6 on the offensive side, 2 blocks, 2 steals. The defensive player of the game. That's my role player of the game, man. The chat has voted for OG. 42% say OG for defensive player of the game. And then 34% for Mitchie, 10 for Josh, 14 for Landry Shamet. So you're the tiebreaker, bro. Where you going?
I'm going with OG, man.
Talk about it.
OG.
Talk about it.
Let me tell you why I'm going with OG.
Yeah.
Just the offensive production tonight, man, was certainly needed. You're looking for an answer. Cat fouls out. McBride is not knocking down threes. Mikal Bridges is somewhere, hanging out on a beach because, doing whatever, because he wasn't hanging out here tonight.
Yeah.
But you're looking for answers in that starting rotation outside of Brunson. OG was giving you those answers offensively and defensively. Not only was he knocking down threes tonight, CP, man was driving to the rim, getting dugs, putbacks. Then, to top it all off, we know what he does defensively. You talked about it earlier in the show. Mike Brown goes with the small 5 rotation, has him going against Embiid. And then how does he end the game, CP? How does he end the game? You know how he ends the game? Getting a steal by a pass by Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
And so, with that's what I'm going with him.
Just held the ball. It's like, the dog takes over, man. Shut it down.
And that's why I got to go with him as my role player of the game.
Well, the chat has voted, Alex. 42%. I'm just pulling it up right now. 42% say OG, who gets the edge over Mitchie. There we go. Who's the role player of the game? 42% say OG. I'm going with Mitchie, man.
As your role player of the game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Offensive rebounds. Give us a chance to fight and get back into this. You had Cat, who was just out of there. He was on Mars. Forget about him. And, going into this game, I was like, they need Cat from a physical standpoint, because it's like, damn, if you have to start this game with Mitch, I'm not sure he even lasts this long. He probably would have fouled out. Keep it real.
He said, fooled you. I played 27 minutes.
Yeah.
Cat only played 16.
Right. So I'm like, damn, so we needed Cat to play. But I'm still going with Mitch with the offensive rebounds, getting him the second chance opportunities, and really he smothered Embiid in that third quarter. And it wasn't just Embiid. At times he had a couple possessions where he was switched on to Maxey, he was switched on to George, and he got him. He won those battles. He won the matchups. Caught the Gotham lobs. Like my guy's looking for more role from him. Well, he was efficient with his opportunities. I mean, he had the 6 points, which was 3 for 4 from the field. 10 boards, 6 on the offensive side, plus 14 on the night, and stellar defense. Two-way effort from Mitchie tonight. I thought it was crucial, especially with Karl Anthony Towns just gone. Mitchie stepped up for his team, and he got the defensive play of the game. What do you guys think in the chat? It was close. The vote was close, 42-34.
And I'm sure when it came to defensive player of the game, it was close too.
Yeah.
But hey, it looks like OG is agreeing with you tonight, man. Because according to Fred Katz, if I sent you that tweet, if you want to post it up,
let's pull it up.
OG on Mitchell Robinson, catching up to him on the list of defensive player of the game. He says, I think he always deserves it every night. Any night he gets it, I love that for him. OG on Mitchell Robinson getting defensive player of the game.
There you go, man.
Shout out to Fred Katz.
I mean, the two of them together, man. I just dream of the possibilities, man, defensively. When the two of them are out there, it's just havoc. It's wingspan. And when Mitchie's cooking like this, you got OG barreling down. I mean, bro, you had the opportunity to put him on Embiid. I saw that.
We saw that tonight, CP, in the third quarter, and look how great it was.
You closed with OG guarding Embiid tonight. Like I said, bro, that took me back to 24 playoffs. And he did the same thing. He fronted him well, ball denial, and he can get physical with Embiid. He can get physical with him. Those are major minutes right there, and allowed Mike Brown to go slow. Wasn't pretty. They still had to thug it out. But it was an option, and I think that's an option that they should look to go to more because it'll make you more nimble defensively. You have 4 guards and OG out there, man. When you factor in Hart, like, of course, Hart's playing a 4, whatever. But size-wise, agility, we need that. We need the option to be agile and versatile, especially with these type caliber teams that we playing out there.
You know what, CP? I know the next game that we should see this happen then, because it works so well with a center like Joel Embiid. The Denver Nuggets.
Let's go.
Let's see it.
OG against the Joker. Let's go. Let's go. Let's
right?
go.
So you want to see that? I mean,
absolutely. And you know, I like that because I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, he doesn't want to go to that early so as to show his hand, and then Philadelphia has the opportunity to counter. But also, you don't want to wear down OG either, like throughout the game. You know,
right?
So that's like the wild card, the ace in the pocket that you have. Tibbs went to that late in the game as well. Mike Brown went to that late in the game. So I do wonder if that was on Brown, was that on Rick and the other coaches? Like, knowing that they've done that in the past and it's worked, I do wonder what made them go to that in this game, whose decision that was. But overall, it was a good call. Good call by those guys. And a good wrinkle to have, man.
Well, if the standings stay as they are until the end of the season, CP, we'll see it.
Yeah. That's true. We got a lot of super chats to catch up on. Let's chop in and acknowledge the people. Salute to everybody who's been donating for sure. We definitely appreciate it. Empire 7179, $20 super chat from Empire. Salute to Empire, man. Always supporting us. Because I just came in from getting ready for tomorrow, but I recorded the game. I'm glad to see we got the much needed win. Shout out to Empire. Okay, so he's replay gang. He's replay gang on the show and replay gang on the game. Shout out to MA007. $10 super chat says Embiid was cooking Mitch in the first half. Second half, Mitch adjusted and locked that man up. Mitchie no snitchy. Shout out to Nick KFTV 100K gang. Not pretty but gritty. MA007, we appreciate you, man. Salute to you. Shout out Z from the Shy Al, $25 super chat. And number 1 on the chat leaderboard says, glad we got the dub on Rose jersey retirement night, and it was dope to see Cat and Cap saying kind words and congratulating him in the video package. I didn't see it. You saw it? We got to get that. Myra, if you see that, let's get that up on the social channels as well. D Rose, congratulations, retirement, jersey retirement. Shout out Curtis West. Salute to Curtis. Says New Jersey, colder than the Bus family Christmas. Michael White, $10 super chat says, it takes time for a team to gel. Everybody calm down. We ain't trading core players. Everybody got to find their role, and adversity is our friend. Well, Alex, speaking of adversity, man, you gave me a quote here from Josh Hart. Let's go back to him, man. He's been on a roll since calling out Cat yesterday. Yesterday, you could tell he was Aggie. You could tell in that post-game press conference. He was Aggie. He was definitely Aggie. He was definitely aggravated. You know, like, all right, so here he goes. Josh Hart after the game, courtesy of Christian Winfield, says, you guys can write what you want. 3 games ago, we were turning into a lottery team, and now y'all are like, oh, we're battling up the East. Josh Hart. He gets a little sensitive like that. It's that time of year. He did that last year before that.
Oh, yeah, man. He does this.
He gets a little sensitive with it, you know.
Remember when it was Mikal Bridges getting a lot of heat last season?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he had to be like, and he came out to defend Mikal. It's like, all right, man.
Listen, man. We can only call it like we see it. He was the same one talking about their effort on Monday was embarrassing. So what do you want us to say? It was peaches and rainbows? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it's so contradictory.
Knock it off. You the same one talking about, well, our effort on Monday was embarrassing. We got to be professional. So what you want the people to say? We paid to see that. You getting paid. Knock it off, man. I'm sorry, Alex. Like, come on, bro. Now we rising up the East. Nah, now y'all won a game you're supposed to win. Don't do that.
Certainly creating fodder for the socials, but come on, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because he's one of the guys, he's knee deep in it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
so
for sure.
that's why it gets to him.
And I'm sure, CP, what we will hear is something on the roommates pod saying on how guys got to slow down. We're not doing this, doing that. But yet you are acknowledging what we're seeing.
Yeah.
God forbid then he comes out and defends Towns, be like, hey, man, be easy on the guy.
Yeah.
And be like, bro, you legitimately came out talking about his defense.
Cut the theatrics, man. We see what you see. This is New York, man. This ain't Orlando. This ain't Charlotte. But anyway, shout out to Josh. Good game today. He almost had a triple-double. He was good today. He was great. Shout out to Sarah. Fight Out Super Chat says, I'm sick this weekend, but KFTV is the medicine. OG and Josh, defensive powers. The rest were terrible today. Yeah, you know, the brothers thing, he's kind of like what's his name was, Crawford. He's kind of what like Joey Crawford was like. I think he likes the spotlight. You know, he's got that confidence, that aura to him. Like, it's my game. Like, don't talk to me like that, or type of thing. You know, that's
Scott Foster's like that too.
Yeah, he's got that. You know, they're the vets. You got to show them that respect, but they carry themselves that way too. Like,
but they also know how.
The game.
Steve, I mean, you watch WWE. They know how to put on a show too make themselves like to interject and be like, oh, why is this guy coming through here? You know who I need, man? Bill Kennedy. I need more comedy.
Yeah,
give me Bill.
Yeah, I like Bill Kennedy and Gucci Ref. He played into that role. He's loving it. He's doing podcasts and all of that. Gucci Ref loves it, man.
Gucci Ref.
Loves
we don't even know his name. He's just calling him Gucci Ref.
Yeah. Gucci Ref, he loves the nickname, man. He likes the spotlight. He's fun. He's a funny guy. Shout out to them. But yeah, we made it through. Made it through. It got dicey. Closing was a little bit. It was a little bit of a rough landing, but they got it done. Cardiac affair on a matinee, man. Too early for this. What am I gonna do for the rest of the night, man? I gotta.
Well,
I haven't calmed
Mark
down
Stein's
since 3
report.
o'clock. Oh, what, the Macau one?
Yeah.
Let's get to some more calls. Let's save that for weekly. We'll be here for another 2 hours. Let's save that. let's save that for. Let's save that for weekly. Grabba on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yo, I'm in the spot.
You in the spot, man. 2 nights in a row. How you feeling, man? Talk to us, man.
Yes, sir. I mean, I'm getting prepared right now. You know, I'm trying to stock up. You know, for the storm. You know, I had Flatbush trying to get right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So 2 things. Like, this is what I'm gonna be talking about with Cat being inconsistent. Consistent. Like, he only played 16 minutes tonight because he just couldn't keep his hands to himself. Like, one big thing, and the reason why Mitch really got that hard hat tonight is because, don't get me wrong, like, you know, Embiid was killing both of them in the first half. He hit Mitchie with a nasty little hezzy cross, got to the basket. I was like, damn, he looking like Embiid, you know, MVP Embiid, you know what I'm saying? But the thing Mitch did in the second half was he really stood down and stopped, you know, going for the pump fake. You know, that's always been Mitch's thing, like,
That's right.
you know, getting fouls, going for the pump fakes and stuff like that. So he really stood down and really, you know, bodied him up, got physical, and wasn't, you know, giving the little silly fouls, letting him go by him. Where Cat is he just can't get his hand out the cookie jar. You know what I'm saying? Like, just constantly he just can't keep his hands to himself. And Cat's biggest enemy is Cat. Like, he just can't get out his own way. I'm trying to take the jersey out of the closet. It's not happening. It's collecting dust in there. Like I said before, it's a bad investment. I don't know if I could trade that in. I should have got a little Mitchie joint. You know what I'm saying? I got the Cat joint. I should have got the Mitchie joint, man. Been here since day one. How many years Mitch been with it? 8 years? 7, 8 years? Like, and I just want him to be healthy. Like, if he could just be healthy, he could really take this team to like another level defensively. Like you said, him and OG, when they're on the court together, especially like late game situations, which I'm actually surprised that Mike Brown took Mitch out. Like we went kind of small late game. With I mean, Landry was feeling it, so I guess I could see it there. And he really hit that big shot. I don't know if you seen him, he was like screaming to the crowd, looked like he was saying, "I'm back."
I loved it. That shot. I loved it, man.
Yeah, man.
Well deserved.
That energy from Landry, that's what we need.
Yeah.
5-pick brick, man. Oh my God, dude. It looked rough tonight. He's letting, and the thing too that's like, it's not even about the shots that he's missing. It's the defense. Like he's not getting over screens. He's just letting the switch happen every time. Like Cat can't guard Maxey. Like you just letting him switch every time, and like you got to fight over that screen. And I don't know, man. Mikal's looking disinterested. I don't know what was going on. He's not there all the way.
It's just a struggle. It's a struggle. I don't know about disinterested. I think he's just in a rough patch, man. But I think he's just in a rough patch.
Hopefully he can get out of it, because we're gonna need that. But like we went through the same thing last year, and then we turned up in the playoffs. So hopefully we can have that same kind of break. Shout out to Knicks Fan, Knicks Fan TV, #1 show for the fans, by the fans. Like it up, everything. Man. I hope everybody stays safe. This winter storm, they're saying it's gonna get crazy.
Yeah,
so
man. Get your food, man. Make sure you're solid, man.
Yeah, man. I'm out here in the supermarket right now with wifey and my daughter. We trying to get it right.
You last minute, man. Is there anything left? You last minute, fam. It gotta be packed out there.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, it's super packed in here right now.
Yeah, you crazy, man. So crazy.
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all taking my call. I'm gonna holler at you. Everybody stay safe.
All right, man. Oof. Poor guy, Al. You waited too late, man. My man's out there 7:30 right now. He on the junction, you might get a little bulla or something, that might be it. It's empty, man. Yeah, I started stacking up from Thursday. Yeah, get that out the way, man.
Good move by you.
Yeah, get that out the way, man. Early bird. I told you I can't do the lines. I can't do the lines, the traffic, the parking lots. I can't do that. I go during the daytime. Everybody's at work. Stack up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm straight. If I forget something here and there, again, I'll find my a little window to jump in, jump out. That's it. Poor guy, man. He's out there. Might only be a can of Spam on the shelf.
Can of Spam? Gotta go home with some can of Spam, Wonder Bread.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Hell of a sandwich.
Yeah, hey, I've been there. I've definitely been there, man. A little can of corned beef, a little corned beef and cabbage.
Hey, corned beef is good, man.
A little can joint. You used to bust down the can joints?
Yeah,
the little Libby joints?
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah. A little rice with some cabbage.
There you go.
That'll hold you down. That'll hold you down, boy.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Hot dogs and some bush beans.
Yep.
Do the whole thing, man.
With a little Kraft mac and cheese.
There you go.
The box. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's it. That's it, man. Me and wifey was laughing last night. We were talking about, I don't know if they had that. Remember when we were talking about how kids these days will never know the joys we went through when the only way you would know if you had no school on Monday. The ticker on the bottom of the news?
Yes.
And they would go through every borough of the city. I mean, every county in New York, in the metro New York. And you would have to wait for the ticker to go by to see if you had school that day.
Bro.
And boy, when you saw your school up there, you celebrating like Jordan over Elo. Going crazy.
Bro.
Going crazy, bro.
I was talking about that with the missus today, saying I had to look at the ticker. I would just be home playing video games, man. Those were the days. Or the worst CP was you're watching the ticker, you know that it's gonna snow, and then next thing you see, 2-hour delay. You're like, what is this?
Yeah. Nah, my school was kind of all or nothing. We never really had delays. It was just either we on or we not on. So yeah, I used to watch. It was probably Good Day New York, one of them News 12 Long Island. Just waiting for your school to be on there. As soon as you see your school on there, throw the Dreamcast on. Get to it. All day, marathon, Sega Genesis, we going to it. Let's go. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, all day in the pajamas. Ain't getting changed till like 2, 3 in the afternoon. Getting out. Because with me, you had to get changed before your mom came back home from work. All right, so you had 9 to 5 to get it cracking in the PJs. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then before your parents get home, then he throw your clothes on and act like he was being productive in the day.
Oh yeah, man. You act like you did the dishes or whatever.
Yeah, all of that.
Room, whatever.
Right, all of that. Made your bed and all of that. Nah.
CP during that time too, which remember. You couldn't. There was no online gaming. Online gaming was like for the very top of the top.
That
you
was
had a PlayStation.
Yeah.
If you had, most likely you still had dial-up, but you didn't want to wait that long to be online to play a video game.
Yeah.
So you had to hope that you had some friends in the neighborhood that could just come through, even during a blizzard. Like I was playing Mario Party, man, Super Smash Brothers. That done
all day,
locked in, man. Locked in.
Waiting for the school notification on the bottom of the TV.
Or go sledding, man.
Go sledding. Go sledding, yeah. Only time I really remember doing that was Blizzard in '96. We haven't really had like them heavy days. I was getting older after that. But wifey's telling me now though, like out here in New York, like Montani's like, yo, it's either you're inside or you're remote. So I heard like after COVID, they went straight to remote, even the kids.
God bless.
So now you got no excuse. You can't hide from them. That's whack. That's whack, man. Got to have a snow day built in. Come on, man. Gotta get
my 9 to 5, man, because we don't know what's going to happen. I may have a snow day on Monday because like we're all in office 5 days a week.
Yeah.
So
I would have to think it's going to be that way, but we'll see. Golden Eye, say less. Yeah, it was popping off with the Golden Eye multiplayer. Absolutely. Shout out to the N64 heads. Okay. We got a lot of super chats we got to read. We got a lot of calls we got to get to. Let's get to them. King Matthews on the Discord. King Matthews, how's it looking out there, man?
Oh, right now it's 15 degrees right here in Maryland.
Oh, okay.
I'm like chilling down.
Yeah, all right.
Chilling down, man. Yeah, but you got what to do. I had to get my extra check from my job and then chillax, watch ABC on TV and watch my team. Everyone was watching the game.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. But the fourth quarter, man, rest aside, that's what they do. Tony Brothers, he got to go. But let's get to the main three guys. OG Anunoby, Robinson, Shamet.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, how I could say. OG Anunoby, defensive player of the game. Mitchell Robinson, defensive player of the game. I will give it to OG because he locked down Embiid. He didn't fall for the fake. And that small ball lineup was just perfect. I'd like to see that more. Not against the Nuggets, like other teams, like Toronto. They don't have a center right now, so we'll see more of that. And then with Mitchell Robinson, man, the thing he has offense. The thing he tried to pass, but he ran to the basket. I need to see more of that. If no one's gonna get the ball, run to the basket.
Yeah.
That was a good move from Mitchell Robinson.
Great move. No one's expecting him to put the ball on the floor.
Yeah, we need to see more of that, man. If he gets fouled, it don't matter. Just be aggressive, unlike Mikal Bridges. Part I just knew he's going to have a good game is Villanova, man. I believe Villanova's like 30 minutes away from Philly or something like that.
Yeah.
I knew he's going to have a good game.
Cap was at home.
Hudson had a good game.
Me too.
Yeah.
We knew Cap was going to cook today.
Yeah, man. But great win. Move on to the next one. And be safe out there because this snow is going to be crazy. I don't know in New York right now. Y'all probably going to have 10 or 15 feet. So y'all be safe over there. Maryland, I'll be okay. At least I know got work tomorrow. That's a blessing. Y'all take it easy.
Stay up, King Matthews on the Discord. Salute.
My man said 10 to 15 feet of snow.
Oh, my Lord.
Man, if we had 10 to 15 feet of snow.
We'd be toast. We would be toast, man. We would be toast. Salute to Captain Clutch, man. Our play of the game, we and rightfully so. I mean, the role players certainly deserve their due. I got the wrong graphic up here. Hang on. The role players certainly deserve their due, but Captain Clutch was the player of the game indeed, Alex. He was definitely the player of the game with 31 points for Cap. 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 11 to 24 from the field, 6 to 12 from downtown. Had the shooters bounce, man. Just to start this game off, had the shooters bounce. And not only that, the ball movement to get him his shots again. I think this was a byproduct of their meeting. Getting him off the ball a little bit more and allowing McCall to bring it up, allowing Josh to bring it up, allowing to run offense through Cat. You know, he's getting his shots very efficiently, man. And then, again, second half, they switched it back. They went back to him to kind of get on the ball because they had to get back into the game, and Philly was starting to tighten up. But I like their approach 2 games in a row now where it's kind of just like he's getting it in the flow. He's creating. He's moving the ball. Their ball movement has been good, and he's still eating. Very, very efficient game again for him tonight.
Efficient game for who? Brunson?
Brunson.
Yeah. So, Brunson, look, man. It's just he just needs some time when he gets back from injury, man, just to get back into rhythm. Sometimes he doesn't, but for him, it's just a little bit of time to get back into rhythm. But what you like to see is not only the efficiency, but the accountability too. He's holding himself accountable for how this team was performing as well. And I think he looked at himself in the mirror and said, hey, I can't be asking for these guys to do more, and I'm not doing more. And for him, that's giving more of himself to his teammates and making plays for them so that way they can stay involved and engaged throughout the entire course of the 48 minutes. And I thought Brunson did a good job of that tonight, and hopefully he continues to do that moving forward, man, because, look, we saw that against Philly earlier that he kind of went ISO mode, right? And just like, it's up to me to win this thing. And he didn't need to do that, man. Just had to trust the extra pass, had to trust his teammates that he doesn't need to be fully relied on. And what we saw tonight was those created shots as you were talking about, like those opportunities for him working off ball. When he gets those shots, man, it just makes his nights easier. And how many of those shots do you look like, oh, if they could continue to do this for Brunson, he'll easily continue to put up 31 points, 25, 31 points, and not have to really break a sweat. And then when it gets down to the last 5 minutes, you keep him fresh, and then he can close out those games for you. So good way for him to bounce back. 11 for 24 from the field, 6 of 12 from downtown. Gets it 31 points with the 6 assists and 5 boards. Good night for Brunson, man. Just a really good night.
For sure. We're going to get to a couple more calls. In the meantime, man, shout out to another one of our sponsors of the night, and that is Z-Biotics. Hey, man, listen, when you guys are in the crib tonight on that Blizzard survival mode, hey, you might want to pop in a drink or two and get your sip on for the night. But if you feel like you might get a little carried away, I would suggest using a Z-Biotic pre-alcohol probiotic drink. It's the world's first genetically engineered probiotic designed by PhD scientists. And here's the science, man. When you drink, your body creates an unwanted byproduct in the gut. Z-Biotics is engineered to break that byproduct down so you can wake up feeling good and ready to go. Just make it your first drink of the night. Take care of yourself, hydrate, and you're setting yourself up for a better tomorrow. I've used it before, before I go out on a recent night out. And look, as an older person, you got a lot of responsibilities. You got a business to run. You got a kid to take care of. You got a family to take care of. So a lot of responsibilities. You can't just hang out and get over a hangover. But you take a Z-Biotics, man, before you drink. And the next morning, you're up early. You get your workout in and you get all the stuff that you need to get done. So if you want to feel your best during the busiest times of the year, grab some Z-Biotics. Go to zbiotics.com/KFTV and use our code KFTV for 15% off your first order. That's zbiotics.com/KFTV. Okay, shout out to our friends at Z-Biotics for sponsoring today's show. Okay, a couple more calls before we wrap up. Good show. Tone on the Discord. Tone, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
How you doing?
I'm all right, man. Y'all be safe out there, man. That blizzard, man.
Yeah.
I'm in Milwaukee, so it's just freezing cold here.
Yeah.
But we don't got that snow here.
Okay.
But man, Bridges, man, almost got me kicked out my kid's basketball game, man, because I was so mad. He kept bricking, and then I yelled, "Family show bum." And then the game stopped, and he looked at me and like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Oh, no, I'm not talking about the kids."
The little kid said, "Mister, you're swearing." And you in Wisconsin. He said, "Oh,
I'm like, no. I'm not talking about the kids. I'm talking about I'm watching the game. My fault. I'm sorry. But man, that was a great game, though. It was a great game, man. Good to see Jalen do his thing, man. I thought Mitchie was a role player of the game, man. He shut down Embiid the second half, man. Because Embiid looked like he was damn, that MVP season, man, he was killing early. Like the Sixers,
Yes.
man, they a sneaky, scary team, man, because they starting to get healthy at the right time too. That's why we gotta start putting these games back together. We got to get on a little run of our own. These next couple of games should be makeup games that they should have won.
Right.
So I
Get
expect them
back
to
on
beat
track.
the Kings and Portland. Oh, I expect them to beat all these teams, man. We need to get back on track. Cat, man, just need to wake up, man. And the thing about Cat, and I don't know if you noticed this, but Mike Brown or like Jalen never said like they never came out and said like, hey, some of these calls on Cat be kind of quick whistle. Like, come on,
Yeah,
bro. Like
yeah. Tibbs would have
some
done
of
it
them,
already, man. Tibbs would have done it already.
yeah, like Tibbs would have put out like you know how last year where Pacers coach put out that uh they said something about the Knicks getting every call, and then that next game Knicks didn't get like no calls. Like he was complaining and doing that stuff. Like Mike Brown need to do that at least once. Like at least say like, hey, every foul on Cat is not a foul on him. Like sometimes it'd be too quick.
Yeah.
Because they just go from past experience, like, oh, okay, he gonna reach and do us. Like, relax, let him play it out, and then call it. Don't just call it as soon as he comes. Because that one, when he came in the game, he came in for a minute, and they called a foul. I'm like, bro, come on. But you could let that one go.
Yeah.
But the hooking, he gotta chill out with that. But other than that, man, great win, man. We just gotta keep it going, man.
Yeah, man.
Y'all have a good night, man.
All right, man. Stay up, man. That's Tone on the Discord. Shout out to Tone on the Discord. LP, go ahead.
Yo, CP, Alex, can y'all hear me?
Yes,
What's
sir.
good?
How you doing, man?
Yo, doing good. Yo, Alex, appreciate that shout out. I heard you say Austin, Texas, 28 degrees because I wrote that in there. But yeah, man, I mean, down south, they're not really used to this weather like this, man. So if it gets like this, they start shutting everything down, the stores, and I get it. But back east, back in New York, this is just a regular day at this time of year, but they're not used to it like that really out here. But yeah, man, I'm just glad that we didn't play Philly on a back-to-back. I feel like that's why we lost both of those games. No excuses, but the games back in New York, they were, back-to-back. We had some days to rest. You see the results. We get the win. And I just think with Cat, man, I'm not on the whole trade him. I just think we need to chill. I think he's going to be straight. I don't know. It just looks like he's in his head right now. Like when he makes a move or like he's just thinking. He just needs to play carefree. His pops, I know, talks to him a lot and everything. I don't know what has to happen, but he just needs to get playing carefree
He need to
basketball
recalibrate.
again.
He need to recalibrate, man. I hope we don't make the All-Star team. Go on a vacation,
Yeah,
Get and
exactly.
relax. Take that whole
I'm
week
with you,
off,
CP.
recharge, get healthier, find some happiness, do something you're happy about, and come back recharge for the second half. I hope you don't make the All-Star team. Don't waste your time with that.
Yo, I'm with you on that, CP. I agree, and I just think if he can do that, or if that's how it goes, I think he'll be fine. You can just look at him, man. And I like Cat, man. He's good for the city. He's from the area, so he knows what's expected to be on the Knicks and everything. It's just he just looks like he's like, man, I'm gonna get called for offensive foul, or he's just too in his head right now. Once he clear his mind, he'll be cool.
Okay.
And I think it'll all line up. And I still, to be honest with you guys, I know y'all want the number 28, the French Cat, to go. I don't know, man. I just feel like that he's going to do something later on. Like if they don't, unless we get something that's good for him in the trade deadline, if that's what's going to happen, I think he'll do something though, and they'll come along. But this do make me think though, we should have kept Precious though. I mean, I never really wanted Precious to go, but I get it. It was a money thing and all that. But I think Precious would be doing better for us now than the French Cat though. But it is what it is.
Appreciate the call, man. LP on the Discord, man. Hang in there in Austin, Texas. Make sure that your heat is working and everything. So he said he wants to keep Yabusele. He thinks he can do something. Yeah, he can do something. Go get us another play in the trade. We're trying to get the showcase cracking. 2 games in a row, we getting him in there halfway through the first quarter. And the showcase has been a complete flop. That's what he needs to do, Al. He needs to pop off in the showcase game. Get us another play in here. You saw this. You saw the soundbite. I guess Frederick Weiss has a podcast. God knows who's listening to that, but maybe the people in France find that to be a good talk. Frederick Weiss talking about he's got to get out of New York. Thanks for the riveting commentary, buddy. Our former lottery pick reacts to the Yabusele situation. Thanks,
Gotta
man.
get out of New York, huh?
We needed that from you. That was funny. Yeah, that's what Yabusele could do, man. Go get us another player in the trade.
Go get us a center.
Exactly. That's right. That's right.
I don't know, man. Like waiting for Yaba to do what? To have one game like campaign?
Yeah.
It? That's it? That's all we need? Just one game?
That's it.
We need a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
A little bit more than that. I mean, look, man, we are now more than halfway through the season, and he is barely in the rotation.
Yeah.
And by barely, that's even being generous.
The system's not good for him, man. It's not his speed. It's not his speed. I guess we should have thought about that before signing him, before we had a coach.
Yeah, because we knew Mike Brown was going to be the coach. We was like, hey, we need people.
They signed him before they had a coach. And I was like, this doesn't sound too kosher, but all right, yeah.
This is why you have a coach, then get the players that fit the coach.
It took him 3 months to get the coach. Let's forget about that. We'll get back to that in the offseason. Oh, man, that was funny, man. That was funny. Okay. All right, clicking. Couple more before we wrap. Cody, go ahead and unmute your mic, Cody.
CP, you hear me?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
I'm coolin', man. Watch the game, chilling out.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, we here, man.
You get? Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Yeah, the keys to victory tonight, man. We went back to Tibbs.
It's like he wanted to just have like a conversation. Did he come in with takes? Did Cody come in with takes?
Slowed the game down. It was no coming down fast break threes from Shannon and Deuce.
Chilling.
We slowed it down. Got to our points. Played our ball.
Yeah.
Also, OG, he played his best game of the season. You had him out there. You didn't have him creating. You had players creating for him. D and 3, that's what got him paid. Him trying to be Kawhi Leonard is not why he got paid. D and 3, we slowed the game down. We created for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%, man.
Played great, man.
100%, man.
Brown was horrible again tonight.
Why? What happened? What's your beef with Mike Brown? What's your beef with him?
He's a lot. You see, he started Cat at the top of the key again.
Yeah.
Why not start him inside? Like, this is not working for him out there. Start him inside like Tibbs did. Bring him out. Let him hit the 3. Let him get in the groove, get fouls. Let him get going. The Yabusele substitution where you sit OG for 2 minutes, that makes no sense. I don't even like Brunson playing the whole first half.
First quarter. It was an interesting pattern.
His substitute. And even at the end of the game, it worked, but you see they was going on a little run. He went away from Mitch on the bench with 3 minutes left. You got to get the shot block in there. You still can have OG guard Onobi. You still can have OG guard Embiid, but still have Mitch out there at the same time.
Okay.
He was horrible again.
I think Michael White might disagree with you, man. We got Michael White on the line. Michael White, are you there?
Yeah, I was talking to Cody in the back there. But,
okay. What do you
I
think,
disagree.
man?
I mean, Tibbs ball, we're trying to win. We're going to win the championship, guys. This is how it's going to go. All these guys have their roles. They go into their roles. Our job, or their job, is to be ready by playoff time. It's a long season. We're going to have ups and downs. Only one team last year, everybody thought they was going to win it from the beginning. OKC. Pacers came along. They were doing just like us. Wasn't doing that well. And then, boom, they fell together. They won the championship. We're going to win the championship, guys. We don't need to trade a lot of players. I believe that Yabu can go.
Yeah.
But, we're really in a good place. It's going to take time. Guys got to learn. Cat not, liking the system, that don't really matter because he has a role too. He just has to play his role. We know what he can do. Coach Brown knows what he can do. He can shoot, he score, he can rebound a little. Not gonna play great defense. But we got Mitch. I mean, we got it all, man. We got one of the best players in basketball. We got Superman at point guard.
Let's go.
We're in a good place, baby. We're gonna win a title. Don't get all upset. We're gonna win the title. All we gotta do is stay healthy.
Okay.
Peace, brother.
I agree
It's
with him.
17 degrees in Dallas, Texas.
17 in Dallas. Damn.
17.
Hang in
Wind
there.
chills about 9.
Damn. Hang in there. Everybody.
We could win the title,
Yeah.
but you got to know your personnel. But not the Phoenix Suns with D'Antoni. You got to go
I'm gonna
half
tell you
court,
something,
slow
bro.
the game down.
We are a. I'm sorry that basketball has changed. That's why Tibbs not in the game, man.
All right,
Basketball.
if you feel that way,
Look at
we won't win.
Carlisle, and that's who Brown is. Brown is like Carlisle.
Yeah, you got to have that
That's
kind of
it.
personnel. We don't have that personnel.
We do
for
have that
style.
personnel. We got the best
No.
play. We got the best team in basketball, man. You're a Tibbs fan, and that's unfortunate, man.
No, I am a Tibbs fan. But
I'm not.
a Tibbs fan. Absolutely.
I'm not.
But it's a system.
I'm not.
You got in these players like Tibbs.
His system is not anywhere in the NBA right now.
All right, it's not in the NBA right now, but who says
why?
you can't win with we went to the conference final
that way now.
We went to the conference
When you think
finals
a player like Tibbs is going to win when you play somebody like OKC and they run it
Absolutely.
down, and you playing 8 players, no, that's why they got beat
What do you
last
mean?
year. Pacers
Brown
beat
is
their
playing
ass
8
last year
players
because
now.
they couldn't run, man.
Hold on, he's
They
trying
got
to
tired
win.
and got
What
their
did-
ass whooped.
What did Brown do?
Kobe
Just
came in here and dunked on him, man.
he's playing 8
Now you
players
know
right now because he's trying to
that
keep his
style
job.
is out.
Hold on,
man.
he's
Tibbs
playing
is
8
gone.
We
players right
just
now
letting him
because he's
go.
trying to
Me
keep his
and Alex
job.
been talking for like an hour and 45
Where's
minutes. We
the
just let
bench
him
now?
go. We just impromptu battle of the fans.
He went away from it.
Let's go. Do we have Michael White? Michael White, are you there? Would you like to respond?
Involved
Yeah, I'm here.
entire
Okay.
course of the 48 minutes in.
You know,
Got it.
he's a Tibbs guy, and there's not a coach in the NBA who is playing that style of ball that Tibbs played. No
Listen,
coach in the NBA.
The NBA
Who won the
is-
title last year? A
OKC?
fast running team. OKC. Who was next? The Pacers.
I wouldn't
One
say-
player, one hurt
No,
player away from winning.
OKC was a gritty team, defensive team. I wouldn't call them just a fast break team.
So was the Pacers.
Indiana
But
was a
that doesn't
fast break
matter.
team,
Our
and they
team,
lost.
we got a gritty defensive team,
listen.
and we got 9 or 10 players to play. Because when we
And
need a
you
gritty
forgetting this.
person, when we
If we win-
need somebody gritty, we got gritty guys. But when we need somebody to score, we got Cat. When we need somebody to block shots, we got Mitch. It takes a team, and it takes a while to develop. This is
But
Brown's
he's
first
in the
year.
under Brown.
Tibbs was here 100 years, and he never won a title nowhere in his life except as an assistant coach. So
What do you mean? This was his
nobody
year.
else in the league is playing that game. Nobody else
All
in the
right,
league.
it's a
is playing that
copycat
style.
league. If we would have won
That's
that
right.
way, then you would have seen everybody going that way. Look at Detroit. They are
Because
mimic
they
of Tibbs.
we couldn't win
They're
like that
mimicking
because our
Tibbs.
players were
Detroit
too
is mimicking
tired to
Tibbs.
win, man. We couldn't win.
weren't too tired.
Maybe if Tibbs would have played
So
3 or
we're
4
gonna be
more
tired
players,
this season because he's off of Clarkson. He's off of Kolick. Those guys ain't seeing the floor no more. He's off of Yabusele. So what you gonna
right
say
now,
this season?
man. Right
No,
now,
they're
man.
not. They're
It's
not
a
coming
long
in.
season, man.
A long
it's a long
season is done.
season.
The man want to
It's a
keep his
long
job. He know he
season.
can't
We're
play
doing
them.
fine. Look where I
Man,
just said like this.
You want to
Look
know
where
why
the
the
Pacers
Knicks
were
was doing
last
good?
year.
The Knicks was
and
doing
then they
good
went to
because
the title
Dolan
game.
was doing
This
his
year, the
sphere.
New York Knicks are going to win the title.
Okay. All right. That's it.
Hold on.
That's
let
it.
Me, let me say this.
Last
CP,
point.
thing.
Last point,
the Knicks
Cody.
was doing good because Dolan was doing his sphere. He let us construct this team. We did good. His first thing he did back was fire Tibbs. He got to get the first thing
Thank
back.
God. Thank
First
God.
thing back.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't know basketball.
All right. Let's let. Hey, hang on, Cody. Hang on, Cody. All right, we're gonna mute Cody, and we're gonna let Michael White. Michael White, final word from you, and then we'll let the people vote. Battle of the fans, impromptu. Michael White, final word is yours.
Okay. We had 6 years here with Tibbs, and we did well. We got better. We got to a point, but we got to the end when he could no longer keep up with the other coaches in the league, and we got rid of him. We have everything in place now. We're going to win this year, but it's going to be a long fight. There's going to be adversity.
Okay.
Makes champions.
Okay, thank you. Michael White, thank you. Cody, impromptu battle of the fans, ladies and gentlemen. Vote for the winner in the chat. This is the People's Show, Alex, for the fans, by the fans. We spoke a lot. We said enough. We spoke for an hour and 45 minutes. It's time to hand it over to the people. I am just a conductor. Vote for the winner in the chat. Was it Michael White or was it Cody? Get your vote on. By the time we finish the Super Chats, Al, and our final closeouts, we will announce the winner. Impromptu battle of the fans, man. I felt it coming, man. I just had to, you know what I mean?
Well, you knew as soon as you went to Cody, you had a good Tibbs supporter, and then you followed it up with Michael White, who was the anti-Tibbs, the Michael Brown supporter. So you knew it was going to be a good exchange.
Cody's part of the resistance. He's part of that sleeper cell, that Tibbs Fan TV sleeper cell that's going on in the Discord right now.
Yeah, that you're leading. It's okay. Oh, that's right. It's not you. It's not you leading it. You're just paying for it. It's actually our guy Knicksfix who's leading the charge.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's Knicksfix. It's StgNick.
It's like the Illuminati.
Yeah, man. It's a whole nother faction going down there. Tibbs Fan TV 2.0. All right, so we'll let the people have at it and get their vote on. Right now, we got 127 votes going on. Michael White leading by a big margin. Big margin right now for Michael White, 74%. Whoa. Now, people are speaking right now, Alex. All right, keep voting. Let's get to the rest of the Super Chats, and then we will log off, man. Thanks to everybody who sent Super Chats. We did put the Cash App as well. That's $KFTV. If you guys want to donate to the show, you can send us a Cash App, $KnicksFanTV. Also on PayPal, KnicksFanTV@gmail.com to donate to the show. We appreciate everybody's support. Okay. Santana D-Block, give him props for that third quarter play. Absolutely. G5 from the Bronx, appreciate you, man. Mitchie's a dog. Shout out to, I didn't see who gifted 10 franchise channel memberships. Shout out to them, though. That was Dolpho D. Shout out to you for gifting 10 franchise channel memberships. Reno Bletzer Al, where would the Knicks be without Shamet tonight? Shouldn't have been this close if they made their free throws, but a gritty win nonetheless. Lawrence Peters, we got that. Salute. Shout out to LD. Says Cat is not tanking his trade value, I promise. He did say that yesterday. To which he got tomatoes in response. But shout out to him. Shout out to Cliff. Clerval. Salute to Cliff. He's, who else we got here? Jude, McCall, and Ant are going to play better after the trade. We are not in it. They're not in it right now. For sure. James Baker. Shout out to James Baker. $10 super chat. The CP and Alex, we needed this win. I like using the players who give the effort. Mitch, Deuce, Shamet, the dog, Brunson, Josh. Thanks for all you do. Hashtag 100. Everybody in the chat also at James Baker, man. And wish him well. James, is facing some challenges right now. And he reached out and he's been a major supporter of this show. And KFTV day one never misses a show. So as I said, man, in the good times we rock out together. In bad times we definitely got to hold each other down and support each other. So make sure we at James Baker and wish him well, man, and wish him well. Okay, who else we got here? General Torre, great win. Still need trades. He's not satisfied out. Shout out to Jay Hovito, 2321. Harrison Montreal, 95, franchise channel member. Salute to you. Salute to everybody up in Montreal. Shout out to Gibby's. Great food, great steaks. Bomani UFG. Great win tonight. I'm going to need to call my therapist to deal with the anxiety from the game. Hey, go to Ruler. Check him out at Ruler, man. Ruler.com/KFTV. Sharrison says, do you think we should use small lineups more? I think you let the matchups dictate. Al, what do you think? I'd let the matchups dictate, man.
Yeah, that's the one thing. We should let the matchup dictate. That was kind of another issue with Tibbs last season, is that we'd go back to the same, for the same thing over and over and over, but it's like each matchup is different. So let the matchup dictate what you got to do, man. And tonight, look, do you want to end with the starting five, or did you like the rotation that Mike Brown threw out there to win the game?
Yeah. I'm with you, man. Close the deal. Blade Pinder Hughes, $20 super chat, says, love and respect to the family. I'll never understand how relatively similar roster is so awful on defense. We got work to do. Well, they gave it a much better effort tonight. They gave it a much better effort, Alan. It's like, you know, it's never going to be top 5, but it doesn't have to be bottom 5 either. They're way better than that. You got to come with effort, and what we see tonight, man, they battled. You got to battle, man. You got to battle and not play lazy. And they weren't as bad as they had played defensively. You know, are they going to be gangbusters? No, but they have enough guys out there. Like we saw in tonight's closing lineup. It's potential right there. That's potential. We'll see where it goes. Okay. Ivan Quinones, 8791, $10 super chat. Says, CP Alex, love y'all. Salute to Knicks Nation. Mikal Brickish. I'm convinced, CP, that he can't handle New York pressure, bro. Can we say, with Giannis debacle going down, that we made a huge mistake? Still early, man. Giannis got to prove that he's healthy. I said yesterday, Al, he's a walking calf injury. What I wake up to this morning, he's out with a calf injury.
I will throw on the tinfoil hat, though. How much?
Are you throwing the tinfoil kufi on? Okay.
I am, man. How much is it staged that he wants out of there? And he's like, hey, man, I'm done here.
It could be. He could. I can't tell you.
Let me not put any more extra miles on these legs, man. Let me take some rest in between.
Yeah. Well, if it ain't, it's very concerning. It's very concerning for a guy like that, because this game's not going to age well. I've been saying it's not going to age well. But let's see. You know, because on a night like tonight, when you're looking at this team in the first half, and it's like, damn, they got nobody to put pressure on the rim. That's when you look at him like, yeah, that would be really good. Yeah,
this is true.
That would be really good. So, yeah. Shout out to Ivan for that. 86 Smurf, franchise channel member, $5 super chat, says, I'm going when we play in Memphis in March. I'll call in with Stadium Report afterwards. Yes, sir. Please do. Please do. Shout out to the Rhyme Animal, Chuck D. Al, $5 super chat, says, game was utterly unhealthy. All 82, hashtag grind. Damn. Well said, Chuck. Well said. Shout out to Curtis West. Lofton fan, $5 super chat, says it's 77 degrees in Hawaii. Shout out to him. Shout out to Z from the Shy. Salute to D Rose. Congratulations to D Rose, man. Once a Nick, always a Nick. Mm-hmm. Well deserved, Al. Well deserved. Blade Pinder Hughes says we got to keep it a stack, though. Cat wanted out of that game because of the back spasms. Probably. I even give him credit for grinding through that, man. He looked like he was in pain. Bro, from the opening tip-off, Al, he's doing the twists and he's wincing. I said, I didn't even know he was going to make it through the game.
Well, wasn't he questionable yesterday?
He was. I give him credit for that, man. You know, I'm not going to crap on him all the way, but, you know, still didn't play smart. But I thought he gave it a go. He tried, man. Looks like he was in a lot of pain, so I don't know, man. I can't knock somebody for being in physical pain, man. Shout out to Blade, though. Shout out DJ Edgy, 10-pound super chat. Says, milk and 2 sugars, please. Everyone over in the East Coast, stay safe. Appreciate you, man. DJ Edgy checking in from London. JP, $10 super chat, 5440, says, all my friends with no game systems would pile up at the guy's house that had Nintendo. Pass the controller on the losses. Get your game up to stay on the sticks.
There you go.
And if you get dubbed by 21, it's over. It's over. Thanks for coming. Pass it on. Madden or Live or 2K. If you get dubbed, it's over with. You're done. You're done. Yeah, you're done. Yeah,
I haven't played Madden in a minute, man.
Long time, man. Mm-hmm.
That used to be my game, man.
Yeah.
I used to play it as... Well, it depended, man. Depended on the year. Depended.
The Realness, 8485 super chat, says Caribbean kids had to be productive even on days off, playing sleep when mom gets home. That's right. Your bed had to be made. Don't be home all day and the dishes ain't clean. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No way. No way in hell you surviving that, man.
Nah.
Ain't no way. Did you study?
Yeah. Still, even on an off day, you gotta hit the books, man. Make sure your homework
There's
done.
no test. I didn't ask if there was a test. I asked if you studied.
There's always extra work to be done in a Caribbean household. Whether it's around the house or with the books. Whether you had homework or not, there's always more to be done, Alex, as you know.
Always more.
There's always more to be done, man.
But that's why we're the way we are, CP.
That's it. Darren the Wonder, win's a win, but God, that was a nightmare. It wasn't pretty, but it was gritty, man. Hakeem the Dream says, OG. What'd he say? He said, OG with Giannis is coming soon to MSG. And Michael White says, finishes it off, Cody's tripping to Hibbs ball. All right. The winners, the votes are in, Alex. 69% says Michael White won the Battle of the Fans. Who did you go with?
Oh, we got to be judged of this too now?
Oh, yeah, just a quick commentary. You know, the people
I'm going with
asking.
Michael White, man. Go with Michael White.
Okay. Yeah, look, man, y'all know I'm Knicks Fan TV, but I also said that I didn't care that they fired him. It was something new. They needed something new. They needed to make a shakeup. Tibbs did everything he could for this team, and we appreciate him for his work. But even when he got here, I said it's totally possible that he could be a stepping stone coach. He could be a ladder to the next one. I'm not saying that Mike Brown is this next one, but I'm also saying that they had nothing to lose by shaking things up. They're in an uphill battle. You know, they're on that like contender/fringe contender. So you want to see if they can do a little bit something differently, especially with their offense. And that's what Mike Brown was here to do. We'll see what happens. The verdict is left to be determined. Still got a long way to go. So let's just get to the playoffs and make, let the chips fall where they may from there. That's how I see it.
Yeah, the one that lost me for Michael White is that he said that there's no coach coaching like Tibbs. And there's two guys, man. There's two that I know of.
Yeah.
The guy that we just played tonight, whose nickname is Nick Thibodeau. And then you also got Doc Rivers out in Milwaukee. Those are two guys that just coach like Tibbs. So whether or not they were ending results, they're still coaching. And as of right now for the Sixers, they're competing.
Yeah, big time. Anyway, man, great show. Great show. We really got after it. Let me make sure I didn't miss any super chats. I hope I did not. But if we did, just let us know in the comment section, and we will shout you guys out again during Knicks Weekly. We'll probably do Knicks Weekly on Monday. See what's going on with the snow for tomorrow. Chill out, take care of the family thing and everything. NFL Championship. AFC, NFC Championship also. So we'll tap in on the football tomorrow, take a break, and then catch up Monday for Knicks Weekly. They'll be back on Tuesday against Sacramento. So salute to the replay gang. Remember that these shows are available in audio podcast format. And we'll see you guys on Monday, unless they trade Yabusele. All right? Peace.